JK Games Game Podcast, where we bring you the news and reviews we care about.
And this season, we're playing through one game at a time with our official video game book club.
Whether you're the type to 100% every side quest,
or you're just here for the vibes and the story.
Easy mode or expert, you belong in the conversation.
Is that Cookie Monster?
I don't know.
So grab your cookies and let's break it down one level at a time.
Is that Grimace?
I think it's Grimace.
Like I don't know. Or the other little Muppet that's in the trash can.
I
forget the Muppet names.
Isn't that
the Cookie Monster?
Is it a Muppet? Oh, God.
Cookie Monster is Sesame Street, not
Damn it, I get them confused. I get them confused. They're all Muppets.
What's your favorite Muppet? Go. Mine's what's the little,
already. What's your favorite Muppet? Mine is, I don't know their name.
What's the vulture guy? What's his name?
I don't know.
Sam,
I don't
right?
know.
I think it's Sam.
Duke.
Count Chocula?
He's a vampire, right?
No, what's his name, guys?
I was never a Muppets kid, so I have no help
Sesame
here.
Street cast
I'm
is
animal.
still, they're considered Muppets as well.
Whoa.
Animal.
Hold the press.
Yeah, because it's all Jim Henson.
Whoa.
Jim Henson made them.
Whoa.
It's the same. He's
Yeah,
God,
James.
and those are his creations.
James is God.
The blasphemy on a Monday night.
Well, if you didn't know, this is a video game podcast. We're not talking about the Muppets today. I just wanted to clarify for any new listeners here. I'm Jerica, one of your hosts.
And I'm Kayla, your other host. And those lovely voices you hear in the background. I know the men are here, but it's okay.
No.
We're safe, folks.
They're here. We're safe in the house with them, I think.
Josh, introduce yourself. Say hi.
Hey, it's me again. I'll be here all week.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say it's me, God, it's Margaret.
All week.
And
week. And the week
Cool.
after, I hope.
Coal Mine's active in the chat first, if you will, said, who's this thickly bearded man and why does he have his shirt on still? Good question. Introduce yourself.
He's like Robert in the shower.
Yeah, you gotta be a little more scruffy. They never explained why he has a piece missing out of his ear.
Yo!
They did in the comic.
Oh!
I read the comics.
I was going to make a little TNR joke, little trap and
Someone
release.
else has been banging
ear snap.
outside of the fringe spear here. Someone's had sex. Companions of ours, and I found out from reading the comic.
Whoa.
Yo, okay, we gotta get the lore drop later, but thickly bearded man, say hello. Which one? Hello. Who are you?
Okay.
What do you want?
Just in case.
I'm here
one
selling
knows.
magazines for school. My name is Patrick. Hello.
Yes, you guys
Long-time
know Patrick.
listeners will know Patrick from Clickerbait. Hey.
Yes,
remember that?
returning guest and co-host. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's cut to the chase. Get it? Chase? Get it? We're going to talk some housekeeping really quick before we dive in because we have a lot to discuss about the final 2 episodes of Dispatch, which is going to be pretty spoiler-filled. So just know that, like, off the tough. I was going to say top and cuff. Tough.
Around the curb.
It works.
Which used to be, it's actually curve. Is that the saying? I used to say curb. I'm sorry, I'm derailing. I'll shut up now.
No, out of all the things we've said so far, we went Muppets.
Welcome to JK Games, an ADHD podcast.
Yes.
Let's have forward or whatever. Just try to. I mean, I'm assuming about Patrick. Let's just be real. But putting our heads together to try to figure something out.
Yeah.
But if you are new here, yes, we have JK Games podcast with the Video Game Book Club, but we also have a full network full of gamers always doing something throughout the week at dropindropoutpod.com. If you want to get all the socials, you can find us there. But you also will be able to get tomorrow night Spotlight Games doing the latest and greatest in video game news. Did you like that, Patrick?
Oh, I like that a lot.
Going a little bit over the Game of the Year nominees, which we just got today. If you are listening live, we got those today. Lots of pop and discussion.
Sorry,
Jerica?
I got to explain what just happened. I didn't have a stroke. I forgot to bring up the chat. So Twitch just started yelling in my ear while I was saying Kingdom Come Deliverance. Where did that game come from? And then someone's trying to sell me a Toyota. It was an ad. I played when I opened Twitch. So
Amazing.
never mind, but I'm very shocked by that. So I can't wait to hear what y'all say.
Yeah.
Can I announce an exclusive here on the JK Games podcast about the Spotlight Games podcast?
Drop it.
The Dumpster Boy coming back next week after a 2-week hiatus. That's not the exclusive. The exclusive is that the homie Gianni joining the show tomorrow night.
Hey,
I saw some of
cool.
his. He's been doing today some clips and some coverage on the nominees. So I actually just watched some of those. So yeah, good ad.
That's
there.
amazing. I love to hear it. Well, that's happening tomorrow, Tuesday. If you're listening after the fact, you can find that on Spotlight Games everywhere. But just go to dropanddropout.com and then you'll find dropanddropoutpod.com. You can find all the things, including our Discord, which you should definitely join. It's been popping lately with new members and also some great conversation about the Game Awards nominees in advance. You can also fill out a form to be a part of the Thursday episode where Jerica is joining. Is it Jordan and Jake, I think, and Jerica? I believe.
Is it the 3 J's?
Oh, we're missing a J though. Josh is the last J.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's happening on Thursday where we're going over. You can join in the conversation in the Discord to fill out the form to kind of like compile the results of our listeners' Game Awards, which is going to be a fun thing to talk about. And then last thing to plug is Jerica, Josh, and I are a part of the panel of judges for the Indie Game Awards, which is super cool. We got invited to join. 6-1 Indie is the kind of publisher of this event. It's been going on for a few years, and it's been really cool to get to be a part of the behind the scenes work there. The actual awards is going to be on the December 18th at 6:30 EST. You can watch it live. You can watch it after the fact. And we're going to be announcing. There's a lot of really cool different awards for these indie games, and we have gotten to play a lot of them to be able to judge accordingly. So you'll be able to see that then. And yeah, that's basically all I have for housekeeping. Jerica, would you like to take it away? Unless Patrick, did you have anything else to plug?
Hold on. Josh, do we have something special planned for us?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I mean,
now
if you were just teasing us, then it's
listeners from last week will remember we tried a little something special. We're gonna try it again. We still need the music and the sound effects. So this is still
Patrick can do
work in
those.
progress. It's work in progress. But hey, we don't have an official name yet either. But we're gonna be calling it.
I forgot what the weird name was you had for it last week.
Now it's called JK Games Live.
Yeah.
Welcome to JK Games Live, a gaming podcast game show, I suppose. Tonight we have 3 guest participants in the show. We're going to start off with Patrick, as since you're guessing tonight. This is a show within a show. There's something there. I got to work on the copy for this. Yeah, show within a show is good. Okay, so I haven't told you guys what the concept for this is, and so we'll see if it works. It's good fall flat, but this is experimental.
Believe in yourself.
It'll still be good for our audio listeners as well, but it will help if you guys can see the stream. And I forgot to test the sharing thing, so you might just have to. Are all of our participants able to view the stream?
Yes.
I am looking at the stream right now.
Okay.
I see us.
Okay.
There is a delay, of course.
It's okay. This won't affect it. It's not an action game we are playing tonight. So
no action.
tonight on
thank
JK
God.
Games Live. We're getting towards the end of the year. So I think normally, maybe in a different time of the year, I would do this game as as a weekly or a monthly kind of a statistic. But we're getting towards the end of the year. And so I'm going to be calling on each of you. And I want you guys to try to see if you can figure out what the top 10 games on Steam have been with the most concurrent players, peak concurrent players of the game, if that makes sense. So meaning, I think the game in 2025 that had the most people playing at one time at its peak was this, right? And we're going to do a couple rounds. First will be a round where I'm not going to give you any information. And if you guys kind of can't get it, I'm going to help you along, and then I can narrow it down for you and show you some hints. And so we're going to start this off. We're going to basically try to pick the top 10 and see if you can get kind of a rough ranking. And so we're going to start off with Patrick. So, Patrick, tell me, out of all the games released in 2025, do you have an idea of what actually it could be any top 10, but we're going to try to do it in order, but pick a game that's in the top 10 that you think has the most concurrent players.
I think a couple come to mind immediately, but you kept saying the word peak, and I fear I must go with said peak as my first guess.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Maybe.
And I will tell you that Peak is not in the top 10. I'm sorry, Patrick.
I want to answer.
Okay. Okay. Jerica,
pick me.
Go ahead.
Unless that's not how the game works.
I got to load up the question. Jerica, what game do you think would be in the top 10 of most concurrent players on Steam in 2025?
Oh, shit. I just messed myself up. Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike is...
Do I have to specify?
No, you don't have to specify. We can be lenient.
I mean,
Counter-Strike is incorrect.
3? Incorrect?
Yeah, incorrect.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I have a
usually
logistical
is.
question.
Yes.
Is it just 125 releases, or is it like games played this year?
That's a great question.
Peak player count this year.
I
figured only this year, but
I thought of this year could be any games this year on Steam. Most players on it.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. I should have clarified this. This is the games released in 2025.
Oh, okay.
So
Counter-Strike
would have been. You can change it. You can change it.
That's the rewind button.
Repo.
In case you want.
Ooh. Good answer.
It's probably not good.
Is on the board. It is on the board. I'm not going to tell you what place yet, but we have some visuals, so Repo is on the board. All right.
I didn't think it would make it.
We're only going to do a couple rounds like this, and then I'm going to tell you what the top 10 are. You're going to just have to try to range it. Okay. All right. Kayla, yes. So, out of games released in 2025, what games do you think are in the top 10 of most concurrent players?
What is Claire Obscura X Mission 33?
That's incorrect.
No way.
I will give you all the numbers on this after, but that is incorrect. Yeah. So let me switch the little thing here. Okay, we're back to Patrick.
I need y'all's help.
Josh, show me Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals is incorrect.
What?
It was last year.
That didn't came out last year.
Fuck my ass.
Y'all suck at this game.
You can do
all right. Let me go again. Josh, give me Battlefield 6.
Ooh,
Battlefield didn't make it. It didn't make it.
Fuck you. Fuck Steam.
Steam fucking
EA.
sucks.
Especially fuck EA. All right, the third one since I'm in the screen.
Okay, yeah, you can do it again. Why not?
Patrick hit stealing the show.
Go ahead.
Actually, this is not going to be on there, but Hades 2. It's not going to be on there.
It didn't make the top 10.
Can I go?
Yes. Okay, Jerica, go ahead.
Patrick, I'm surprised you didn't say Silk Song, Hollow Knight. Silk Song.
Oh,
It's your favorite game
made
of all
the
time.
list.
Gamers love you for loving it.
My goatee, yeah.
The map.
Silk Song's up there. All right, good job there. And then let's go to Kayla. You got another guess?
Okay. Ooh.
Come on, PC Gamer.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like Steam particularly, and I'm trying to think like generally popular games. I
could throw you a bone.
Let's go with. I mean, I would like to say Dispatch.
Dispatch did make the top 10.
Hey!
It did make the top 10.
Good job.
Wow.
Which is one of the, I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons I kind of put this game together because it was a Dispatch episode. So there you go.
That makes sense.
Coal Mines, you got an audience guess. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Strong one.
That is not in the top 10.
What
PC
about...
is quaking.
Wait, I got to switch the little picture. Okay, go ahead.
What about fucking... Oh, no, it left. Arc Raiders.
Arc Raiders has made the top 10, even though it is a new edition. Yes,
wow.
It has made the top 10.
That's hot.
What about...
Top 10. Oh, go ahead, Patrick.
May I guess one more?
Yeah.
Once more? Mm-hmm. This is a bit of a shot in the dark, but The Altars was really popular for a second.
It did not make the top 10.
Yeah, okay.
It's also on Game Pass though, so like,
Fair.
which some of these other ones were too though. But
Good
I don't
point.
know.
So
I have one last one.
okay, we'll do a last Jericho and a last Kayla one, then we're gonna go to the quicker part of the game.
That's bad when John
Shit,
just
sorry if
rushing
I'm
up.
messing
ahead.
up the game.
We really
No.
screwed this game up.
Go ahead.
Even though I'm surprised that it's on the Game of the Year nominee list this year, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Ooh, sure.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 did make top 10,
Whoa.
so it is on there.
I always see it on Steam, on
Yep.
top charts.
I have another idea, but it's not my turn.
This is
I
so
have a
much
heart
fun.
pick. I have
Okay,
a heart
Kayla,
pick.
what's... Oh, wait.
I love Kayla's heart
okay.
picks.
Yep,
It's a
go
heart
ahead.
pick. It's probably not on here. 2 Point Museum.
It's not on the top 10. I'm sorry. But they do have a
Gosh, that was so quick.
Zooseum expansion coming out soon, so check it
Need to
out.
play
about
it. Need to play it. Me, Patrick, and Rose played it together.
We did.
Patrick, since you're guest, and I got to go back to your camera anyway, you can do the last one on this.
The last one I was going to guess is, God, did I smoke weed or something? I'm like, I just immediately forgot it again.
That's
and I
like
didn't.
me. That's like being me every day, Patrick. Welcome to the party.
Maybe
But
I
I'm
have
not actually smoking weed.
early onset. Don't you have some dementia to onset?
Yes.
Is that what Invisigal says?
Yes.
Fuck.
You can't remember.
Do you see
Now I
the
can't
logo?
remember.
Do you see the
Well, here's
character?
what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into
Elden
the
Ring Night Rain.
Oh, Elden Ring Night Ring did
You
not
got
make the
it.
top 10 concurrent. Wow.
This game is fucking
This is
shit.
Yeah,
this
this
game.
is Steve-O. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna now reveal the pool of the all 20. You already have chosen 5, so you just need 5 more from these options. Okay.
Okay, I
And-
see. I was like, wait, you said 10, now it's 20.
Yeah.
I feel bamboozled.
No, don't worry. There's 20 options, but you only need to pick 5 more from these options. So your options are Schedule 1, Stellar Blade, Split Fiction, Mega Bonk, Peak, Escape from Duckov, Hades 2, Expedition 33, Dying Light the Beast, and Deltarune.
Okay.
We already know some
know
of these
Some of
processes
these,
of
at
elimination.
least 3 of them.
Yo, I
Or not.
see Schedule 1 at the top of the list all the time. I
Okay.
don't know what the hell's going on in that game. It looks sketchy.
Schedule 1 is in a top 10.
Yeah.
What?
I would think Mega Bonk is also in the top 10.
Mega Bonk,
Mega
is
Bonk.
not in the top 10.
I just don't know anything about video games.
I just look at the top charts on Steam all the time just to see what people are playing. That's the only reason, and somewhat visual memory. Go.
Video games, as you know, Jerica, full of gooners.
Yeah.
So Stellar
Jerica's a
Blade
gooner.
might be.
Stellar Blade is.
Wasn't Stellar Blade last year?
Hey.
Well, they probably did some kind of big update that makes it count or something.
Oh, yeah,
Who
yeah.
knows?
Gamer
A
rules.
big
Gamer
gamer
rules.
rules.
Big update, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
The mod.
Two big updates.
Too big. That's what they call them.
Big natural updates.
That's what she calls mine.
Hey, get up in the date. You know what I mean?
You're getting to the joke. I was like, there's something
We're
there.
getting there. Kayla, do you have any ideas out of these options left?
I don't know anything. Probably Escape from Duckov. I know it was like a big.
Escape from
don't know
Duckov did make
anything.
it. It made it.
What about Bongo Cat?
Hey, I want to try that.
And Bongo
Hopefully
Cat
Bongo Cat.
Bongo Cat also made it.
Gosh.
Wow.
So
Their
then-
Everything's
bum
made it.
go in their cats.
Yeah.
Is the last one Split Fiction then? Because I really don't think it would be
Split
Dying Like
Fiction
the
made it.
Beast.
Split Fiction made
Okay.
it.
That's
So there you go. I
wild.
think that's it. I got to move
Very
them.
surprising.
Yeah. So what did we say?
We all
We
had high hopes, I
said,
fear.
Yeah.
Let me take these off here. So
Forgot
we
that
said
was
it's
this
Split
year.
Fiction, right? So now, which might be less interesting, so we might just skip it. But what do you think the top? What do you think the order of this was? I could probably just read this honestly.
Yeah.
Silksong. Number.
You think Silk Song's number 1?
Yeah.
I think it's either Silksong or Schedule 1 is number 1.
Silk Song was
Very-
number 1.
Okay.
I never even heard of the Schedule 1 game
Listen,
It's
it's
a-
been. I see it all the time.
on TikTok.
It's like
Yeah.
a drug dealing game.
Yes.
It's like drug dealer simulator.
Incredible. People yearn for the yearn for the dust.
Yearn.
I fear.
Yeah.
Yearn for the nugget. Yearn for the crystal.
I am so
I need to
happy
stop.
that Dispatch made this
Dispatch
list.
made
Me
it. So
too. Yeah.
I'm just
Is
gonna
it
read the
number
list.
5?
Yeah, read the list.
Dispatch
I'm
number
just going to
5.
read the list.
Okay.
Okay. So, should I go from the 10,
Top?
9, 8?
Yeah.
From the
Okay.
bottom, now we here.
So
Suspense,
these are
actually.
the
Yeah.
top rated Steam releases of 2025 by peak concurrent players. So coming in at number 10 is Stellar Blade with 192,000 concurrent players, meaning playing all at one time. At number 9 Wait, make sure I didn't get off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I got it. Number 9, we have Bongo Cat with 194,000 concurrent players. And number 8, we have Dispatch coming in with 220,000 concurrent Steam players, which is very good. At number 8, no, I said 8, 7, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 256,000 players. Number 6, Split Fiction. Number 5, Repo. Number 4, Escape from Duckov. And then your top 3 games. Number 3, Schedule 1 with 459,000 concurrent players. Man. Number 2, Arc Raiders with 481,000 concurrent players.
That's wild.
And number 1, of course, Hollow Knight Silksong with 587,000 concurrent players.
Can't keep the Silkies down. We're going to be hopping in all the way around.
Yeah.
Audrey's so close to finishing that game.
Why? She just now is close.
She's trying to like platinum it, right?
She's out in Act 3. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Good for her.
That's
crazy.
Get into the true ending, and I'm trying to get her to stream it and me watch. Sorry.
How much hours does she have on that?
How many hours? She don't know.
I hope one day
It's been too long.
She's gone.
I like that game.
I think the big surprises for me personally was that Arc Raiders was just released. It's already at the top of concurrent players in 2025. Dispatch did surprise me as well. That's the whole reason I was like, wow, this is crazy. And actually, it surprised me Split Fiction was so high too for Steam. So.
That's pretty interesting. Wow, thanks, Josh.
Well,
this
yes,
was fun.
little thanks for participating.
Josh, I'd like for you to know that if we were better, this game would have soared.
Oh, need some
Y'all
production
kept
value. We need the music.
guessing.
We need the buzzers. We need animations.
Y'all kept guessing not 2025 games.
I don't know about y'all. I only missed like one. So don't loop me in.
There's a
on
clip there of all of you
Titanfall.
guessing the wrong things. Yeah.
The keyboard warriors will be a coming for that.
Yeah.
I do
You heard that
dream,
correct.
Josh, that one day we just have a game show.
Yeah, it's just
It's like
I
all I
know.
want. It's all I want.
yeah.
That would be fun.
It's all
I
he
would really
wants,
like
folks.
That.
Is that a hint? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerica, why don't you sing us home to the full spoilers of episode 7 and episode 8 of
I'm gonna go home. I'm taking her
Sing her.
out back.
Sing
She's
us
got
home.
rabies. Gotta put her down. I don't know. This doesn't make any sense, but
think it
okay.
does.
I was just trying to roll with whatever you were saying. So
I tried. I didn't
we
really
both
land.
attempted. No, none of us landed.
Nope.
But luckily, a few of our heroes did at the end of it. There we go.
Hey, there we go, folks. I have so many things to say. I can't wait.
Well, let's sort of kick it off at the beginning of episode 7, which was a flashback. We got to see little Robert and little Chase. Well, he wasn't really. Chase is like a young man. Chase was like his babysitter pretty much when his father was out doing, I don't know, Mega Man things. Mega Man, not Mega Man. That's another one.
I always hear that.
Hello,
when they say
Mega
it
Man.
there, yeah.
I'm Dr. Wily.
So I don't know, like obviously we didn't know if we weren't sure if Chase was okay or not at the end of episode 6. So being able to see this flashback actually made me feel like, oh shit, they're teeing it up for him to be dead, I'm pretty sure. But he's not, luckily. But yeah, what'd y'all think about this little flashback scene?
I got a question here about the Twinkies.
Okay.
Is this product placement? Did someone paying someone? Is Dispatch paying Hostess or is Hostess paying Dispatch?
I think there's some hands
Is there a deal?
shaking.
My dad
things.
works for Hostess,
Oh, actually.
so I could.
He actually does.
Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
my
a
God.
mechanical engineer
Yeah.
at the. I
Like-
hope Zach's
like-
okay with me doxing
Well,
him, but
it's like the equipment, right?
It's
Free
been
Twinkies?
it's been in front of us the whole time. Kayla Hostess. I didn't realize you were heir to the Hostess fortune.
he'll go to the company. No, he's not like a
How many
creator.
Twinkies?
He's an
you get?
engineer on the machines. He actually does get to taste test though,
That's
which
fun.
is kind of crazy. He works on the machines that have the big like lines of like making all the things. But I'm derailing us. But did everyone choose Twinkie? I feel like you could have chose something different. And it wouldn't have been.
Chose a Twinkie, yeah.
You
could
still
ch-
get a Twinkie though.
I chose
Oh.
Twinkie, but yeah,
I also chose Twinkie. To be clear.
I chose beer.
I
of course.
did anything happen when you chose like because I chose Twinkie, so I don't know. Does he bring back beer? Do y'all get drunk?
So he brings back a beer, like a malt beer, and a Twinkie because I know you love Twinkies or whatever. And they just have some banter about the beer, and he tries it and spits it out. And he's like, "Oh, this is gross," and he's like, "Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point." It's just like a cute little line about the beer, and that's it.
Before we get too far, can I ask a quick question of Patrick? Since I know you and Cayman did some dispatch coverage on Drop In, Drop Out, but for the listeners hearing you for the first time, could you give us a quick synopsis of your playthrough? Not every single playthrough choice, but the big ones.
Great idea.
Like Waterboy versus Phenomenon, and then of course the Blonde Blazer versus Invisigal. Can you kind of what's your thoughts? What's your truth?
And I did 2 playthroughs, but I will mostly refer to my first playthrough as my prime playthrough. But I might sprinkle in the second playthrough as well. But in my prime playthrough, I cut Sonar, which I think I maybe am unique among the group. I think no one else cut Sonar here.
No. But that'll be helpful for later.
Yeah. I went on the date with Invisigal.
Boo, tomato.
I continued to woo her. And then I chose Waterboy for the team. And then let's see what else are there any other really big ones?
That's mainly it as far as the big moments. I was just curious, like where your thought was at, but you have done several playthroughs where you've chosen different options, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I think the 3 of us have not done that, just to try to like preserve I haven't looked up any other ending things yet, so we can kind of discuss those today.
Yeah,
but I was curious about that. As far as the flashback and the opening of this episode, I was really excited and a little bit disappointed that we didn't get more with this, because I kind of thought this was setting us up to gave us a little bit about like Robert's backstory and a little bit about his relationship with Chase. But I don't know if this is a hot take, but I feel like it would have been more emotionally impactful if he actually would have died. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah? I know we're skipping ahead a little bit. But
I kind of thought they cheaped out a little bit with the reveal to end.
I feel like
they still got to figure out a solution because, like, we'll get to it later.
Yeah.
I think it didn't throw me off too much.
Okay,
with him staying alive.
I kind of thought he was dead though already. Like I did assume that.
I did too.
Yeah.
I also, this might be a weird take, I kind of didn't like that Keep Up was his like, what do you call that? Catchphrase?
I thought it was a little cheesy.
I liked it.
Well, because I really liked it in episode 6 when he's like, "Keep up," and the one of the best moments of the season for me. But then to learn that that's just his catchphrase kind of took away from the episode 6 moment for me. That I felt like what he was saying to him was like, "Keep up so that we can save Courtney, and you can maybe also save me because I know I'm about to die by doing this." Yeah. That's what I thought "Keep Up" meant. But then to learn that his catchphrase was like, oh, that kind of took away the moment for me.
Yeah. It's for like when they call Invisigal Vizzy, just really, it's not
out
even
of nowhere.
It's a choice, but it makes me go, maybe because it was out of nowhere. I was just like, I don't like that to me. But I sort of agree with that too. It was just, didn't really matter too much.
Did you guys, because like very soon after this, Blonde Blazer immediately shows up and is like, all right, are we getting rid of this bitch or not? And so did you guys put off the decision or did you make the decision early?
So
like whether to cut her or not, Jerica?
Because obviously everyone's in a bad mood because she
just fucked him up,
messed up everything, which I could understand. But at the same time, I was like, I of course defended her because I'm like, you whole lot in this room. We're all villains. Why are y'all trying to like put out another one of your teammates here? We're all trying to turn over a new leaf. Invisigal has repeatedly proved herself. I was like, basically, I defended her for that reason. I was like, chill out,
I too defended her. I just thought it was exactly what you just said. She's messed up so many times, but they all messed up, and so. Need more information now. The timing of all that, well, it was just like, hold on, like just, put the brakes on it.
Yeah, this was a moment where just the way that the choices I made ended up, this specific moment felt odd to me because in the previous episode, I was like, let's do it in among the
Interesting.
party. And I was like, oh, yeah,
Okay.
no, this is, let's, we,
So, yeah.
whatever
You
that
were-
choice
You
was.
had
too,
guilt
right.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but so then it's like I was surprised, and like there's they go back and forth then about like maybe it's a bad idea, and then Chase blows up at Invisigal in the party.
Right.
But so then I thought it was weird that everyone was still mad because I kind of felt like at least kind of a decision was made by Robert being like, I think this is a good idea. But so then I also defended her because I was like, yeah, no, I thought
It was
I
my
thought we were
idea,
doing
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Makes
And
sense.
I do feel like this is kind of where I struggle a little bit with the narrative is I do feel like this happens sometimes
I
where
do
it's
agree.
like, and this will come up later in our discussion where it's like, you are clearly trying to, I think that's also, maybe it's the freshness of this developer and maybe the uniqueness to this play style with Choices Matter of like, you do have to think about how each and every decision, like I'm spoiled by Life is Strange and like some other type of like Choices Matter games where it's like very clear I chose this direction, so I'm headed with this result. Where I feel like in this game, you don't necessarily get that quite as much. Like I feel like I was trying to play a certain way, but sometimes it would like force me into a different box at times. Not always. I didn't always feel like that, but sometimes I did. I did not defend her because I had bad vibes from the very beginning, and I was right. I just will say that I was right.
No.
But
No,
I get it.
Up for debate.
Sort of. No.
It's up for debate.
At one point, I was like, Kayla is right, but then I was like, no, Kayla's not right.
Nope.
We'll talk about it. They did say that we'll discuss. But
We'll discuss.
I did ask to wait because I feel like it was very like, why are you asking me this in the hospital next to my dying friend? Like, this is not the priority right now.
Sure.
And so I did ask my bestie girl, my girlfriend, Blonde Bozer, to hold the press for a minute.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when we circled back, when we put a pin in it, when we looked at the KPIs, I decided that it was indeed time to cut her. Just because she's a liability. Like, yes, I get it. We're all supervillains, but we've seen a lot of improvement, and I thought we had seen improvement with Invisigal, but I mean,
I would
you
like to say
very quickly learned that that's not the case.
her actions were done off the clock, not sanctioned by SDN.
Correct.
So,
But
that's her time.
she still was bad. So,
Yeah, I mean, in
your
that
job should
moment-
fire you for doing something outside.
yeah,
And-
sabotage.
In that moment, we didn't realize that what she was doing was just part of her plan.
Right, you didn't know
of
that.
being
I'm
bad.
just saying, yeah.
But I kind of going back to what I was saying earlier of like so in the speech when you decide to keep her or cut her, I decided to keep her, and then I like what Robert ends up saying in that speech really resonated with me, where he's like, we don't like kick people while they're down. Like the whole point of this group as the Phoenix program is to like lift each other up when we've made mistakes and when we failed. So it's like, yeah, that's fucking right, Robert Robertson. We're here to, and then, cut to the next episode. It's like, oh no, she fucking got us. But
It did suck, like when one of them brought up like that you cut someone else for less, and I was
Sure.
like, well, good point.
I do
Good
get
point.
that. I do.
That did sort of hurt, and I was like, man, but
I didn't want to do that either.
I
Bob
was
Blazer
forced
made
to-
me because she's evil.
yeah,
that's
the
that corporate
manager
shit.
forced me to make the cut, and
Yeah.
at this point we don't. They're giving me a decision I don't have to, so
I
I'm
wouldn't have done.
not.
I wouldn't have
Yeah.
done
wouldn't
any
have
of
done it
them
the first time too.
Yeah.
But then to me, I'm like, you're earning the distrust of the rest of the team by keeping her on. Like, they all are very clearly like, I mean, you
Except
killed someone,
Gollum.
essentially.
And Flame Bay apparently,
Yeah.
they were aligned
Yeah.
with like keeping her on. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
also,
I mean, I didn't
if
feel
you
like
keep
that way for
her,
me, but I don't know.
if you keep her by the end of the game, that people are glad you kept her, as long as she doesn't go down the villain route, because you like end up proving to them that loyalty matters.
They have like a cheering moment and stuff
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
Wait, wait, Kayla. So she's just
Kayla's,
like,
like,
they're gonna be
living out
mean
the
like
villain
that.
dream
So
for
yeah, wait.
Invisigal.
So in the boardroom, you were just like, yeah, let's cut her, and then they were like, yeah.
Well, no, there's like a moment, and I forget. I'm trying to think of what exactly he said, but it was tactfully handled. Like, it wasn't just like, yeah, fuck her, goodbye. Like, it was like, okay, so I hear all of your concerns, and like, while we did try our best to like reform her, like, we feel like the decision she made, and it also wasn't like positioned like a like we'll never have any contact with her ever again. Like, it was more just like this is what we have to do. Like, we can't trust a loose cannon. Like, she put us all at risk, all of us.
And he says something like, I'm gonna let Blonde Blazer know that you guys decided that she shouldn't be on the team, and I support the decision. I think
it was kind of like that. Yeah. Which is kind of the same thing. I mean, also, like, one thing I liked that I'm not going to harp long on this because you get some. I'm curious if you guys got this with Phenomena Man, but did Waterboy interact with you a lot at the vending machine, or was it Phenomena Man?
Yeah. Waterboy goes crazy because you're like trying to get the Twinkies out of the vending machine.
It's so quiet.
And Waterboy's like, he's mad too. And all of a sudden he goes psycho and he grabs a chair and he just smashes in the vending machine. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It made me jump.
This is my like first really interaction with him since I chose Phenomena Man to be on my team.
Okay,
I didn't
so
really
that's the
have
same
much.
Scene, I see.
Yeah, I was curious for y'all if it was Phenomena Man instead.
No. Oh, I see. No, it was Waterboy.
But yeah, he brings a wet dollar to the vending machine. I liked that. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go backwards.
No, okay, yeah, it makes sense.
That was wild.
So after that shift, which, I mean, we can dive a little bit into gameplay real quick with just this episode, but I don't remember anything too different with all the hacking in the gameplay. I mean, it was raining, so I feel like there were some events that made it a little difficult in the rain, and then like the power outage. Was the power outage this episode?
That was last.
No, that was the last.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
This first shift, it actually was very somber, like mood with not just the rain, but it just seemed like everyone's, I guess, because of what had just happened, everyone was kind of like down. So it's kind of a just like a reset kind of a section.
Yeah, and then your jurisdiction gets bigger. Or is that in episode 8?
That's
next episode. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It kind of blends together.
It does.
No, I don't really, at this point, I wasn't really focused as much on the gameplay. I wanted to see like where the story was going, so I wasn't super focused on like, I will say that the episode 7 is not a really like, not in my top as far as like ranking wise of episodes. We should do a full episode ranking. I don't think I have that right now, but,
I feel like if you are on the Invisigal train, in my opinion, I think 7 is a strong episode because of like the post keeping her or cutting her, the reveal, and like whether or not you still trust her after that. I feel like there's some really good back and forth with them in that, because then like the thing about the dispatching in episode 7 is if you keep Invisigal, then the conflict of the dispatching is that everyone's morale is low, and so that's like the obstacle for this episode. So if you cut her, you don't have that, so it just feels like a normal session.
Interesting. So for me, I know that I'm like, this is kind of like a thing now because I'm doing the opposite of like all of you guys, but like to me it was just so obvious that she was conspiring against me that the reveal wasn't really that big of a deal to me, because I was just like, yes, like for sure.
Kayla,
this is
sounds like you put her in that box. Just like you think this game's putting me in a box. Sounds like you created the monster here.
I believe in reformation. It's just not. I just didn't. I still think she could turn it around.
I'm just messing because like this is the cool thing about the game, and I'm glad it did have some of the, I guess, like branching narrative like differences between all of our playthroughs. So it's fun. I will say I was streaming episode 7 the other night. I think Coal Mines was there. And I thought I forgot to, I was like, let me check to make sure I got everything censored.
Oh, titties were out.
And I was like, I thought I turned it on. And there's something of how it's worded, like off or on censorship. I don't know, but I had it backwards in my head. So I'm like, as soon as I saw her in the Invisigal in the locker room, I was like, I paused and I was like,
oh, smart.
You know, I'm going to double check to make sure that this is censored. I just have a feeling I'm about to see tit.
Titties out.
Tits were out. And then I texted the group. I was like, yeah, my titty radar went meow, meow, meow. I'm like,
honestly,
let me pause.
Shout out to the representation of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. Can I just say?
True.
Representation matters.
Representation matters.
Thighs and small breasts, you know? usually have it
know what I
together.
thought
And a lot
about
of gamers want them together, but sometimes just like one or other. You
I
know?
wonder what the perspective is on this. I don't know where's a good place to mention this, because I don't try to read too much, but now that I beat it, I was kind of reading some reviews and stuff, and some people were kind of irritated that the only two choices were basically straight kind of relationships.
You know, I was surprised Robert didn't have like another male.
And then I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what though, like
Strange.
you could gender swap Invisible easily. There's like nothing really about her character that is tied to her like gender identity. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just
kind
thinking
of
about
androgynous.
that. Like, it's kind of interesting.
appearing
Yeah, like you
as
could
well.
make her a male character very easily, and like it kind of like we wouldn't really have to change anything. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
That's
you
a good
wouldn't have
point.
had Laura Bailey and Yvette Brown.
True.
Very good point.
Very-
Invisigal and Blonde Blazer.
Poncherello, our very own Dispatch biggest fan in the chat, said
Oh.
there's a special scene that not everyone might have gotten in the locker.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Are we
I'm
talking
curious.
about like her opening up about why she went into the factory to steal the thing and all the deals she had, the flashback of her being there the night Robert got attacked, the one that put the bomb in the suit?
I think
Also-
that is probably in everybody's. But then
Okay.
Poncherello also says that they're full on Blazer. So, because I was thinking,
I am
I
too,
wonder if, because depending on your relationship with Invisigal, she then like comes back to kiss you as
Oh
invisible.
yeah, she assaults me. I did not
Whoa.
consent to this.
Oh yeah, lean in, lean out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, did she punch you? Why?
No,
So
I didn't consent
with-
to the kiss.
yeah, so if you're
Me either. Actually, I'm not romancing.
Lean
her.
in, lean out, lean out.
because I did multiple playthroughs, if you immediately don't trust her and you essentially like cut that relationship, she won't try to kiss you. But
Really?
yeah, but and maybe it's not that only that decision, because there's
Okay.
like math happening in the background about your like overall
Yeah.
trust with
Yeah,
her.
moves things
So
right up and
if
down.
it's low enough, then she just leaves and the scene ends. But if
Interesting.
it's high enough for her to, I guess, try, because in my second playthrough, I was naughty. My second playthrough, I was going for Blonde Blazer. But then I was like, I want to see what happens if I lean into this kiss instead of lean out to this kiss. And it complicates things later.
Cool. That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Let's get to that later.
I'm glad you did that scientific experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that one day.
I wish they would have showed us that math at the end. I know they give
Me
us
too.
like graphics and things, but like I like the stats. I want to
Yeah.
see the in-depth details. And I liked so what I picked is like, obviously I cut her, but I liked the scene in the locker room where you are talking to her and kind of explaining your reasoning. And this is what made me feel like justified in the choice that I made, because like I really like what Robert said here. I think he's also just a very well-written character.
He's
like
so
very
well-written.
He's so well-spoken and well-written. But he says, I care about you, Courtney, and I tried my best. It wasn't enough, and I wasn't enough. I failed you. So like he made it about him, that he didn't do enough to make her be a good, like make good choices essentially. But it is sad because then she kind of goes, as you again, like, because I bet you guys probably didn't get this like specific dialogue. But she says that she didn't deserve anybody's love, and that she explains that she was there that night and that she was working for them.
Yeah.
And then why is she literally Tracer?
Yeah, no, it's a mix of Tracer and Sombra. Like,
She literally puts the
And
bomb.
Vi
That's her.
from
That's her
Arcane.
ult. Is the bomb.
It's
That's
Tracer.
funny.
That
I
she
will
puts
say
on people.
what you're describing, though. I think this is interesting because you're saying like, "Oh, I feel like validated in my choice of cutting her," but then we also feel validated in the choice of keeping her because that scene is actually so good, like their conversation. But it's interesting. You basically have the same conversation no matter if you cut her or
Yeah.
keep her. Just one, she's on permanent or like suspension for an unknown amount of time. She's still suspended. Even if
Yeah.
you don't cut her, she's not like an active team or supposed to be.
Also, can I just have a rant for just a second? Like, how are you going to say, I didn't actually do anything? Bitch, you literally put the bomb on me. And she was like, I
Yeah.
was just there. And I'm like, what do you mean you were just there? Like, you literally are the one who, like, pulled the trigger, for lack of a better word. Like, you put the bomb on the suit.
Well, she
She
does
look-
start out. Sorry,
ahead.
I was
No,
going to
no,
say she does start out by saying like, when you find out the other things I did, you're gonna be pissed and you're gonna
Well, yeah.
like,
But she still tried to, like, kind of defend herself, which, I mean, I get it. I mean,
Sure.
But it is interesting how she's like, oh, it actually wasn't that big of a deal. And I'm like, it actually was.
It's tough in these streets, you know?
Yeah,
And
you're right.
Girl wants to be able to breathe on her own. So she's like, well, you know, have the cool little setup, you know, on the chest, helping with the asthma. And then, like, you know, that costs a lot of money. You're just in debt forever. And you have one way to get out of it. But of course, that's not how it worked out for her. But out of this conversation, I will say, because Blonde Blazer afterwards, unless we have more to add, we can add it in just a second. But like the next thing we're gonna get to is like, did you make Chase the hero or did you make Invisigal the villain? With
Ooh, I like this.
Blonde Blazer needs to know like who's gonna be in the paper tomorrow with what happened. But I think Patrick, did you have something to add? I'm sorry.
Really, no, you're fine. Really quick, I thought it was cool in my second playthrough when I like cut it off. Or I did just this one moment. I did a third just to see if I cut her off, like what happens, which is how I learned that she doesn't try to kiss you. But the line read at the end of that scene where she's like, I just wanted you to look at me the way that you look at Blonde Blazer.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that was good.
And those two moments, like for, I think probably all of us in their first playthrough, she like is very sad with that read of like, just basically, I just wanted your acceptance. But if you piss her off and she like breaks from you, she like is so pissed with that line and then just like storms out, which I thought was like, I like this kind of small difference between the same like line just with a different read. I thought was cool.
I was confused by that line because I was very like, I'm kind of anti Blonde Blazer, so I was like, I don't how I look at her like, what, like my boss, like I'm not like I intentionally didn't, you know.
I was still flirty the whole time, so it made sense for me.
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
A little weird on my playthrough.
I kind of didn't like that line just in general. I thought it was kind of like, I don't know. I didn't love that line.
But that kind of goes back to that point we were saying earlier of like, in my turn of events, it made perfect sense because I kissed her that first time. There was always this like tension, but I ultimately still kept choosing Courtney. Yeah. So then it made sense for her to be like, I wanted you to look at me the way you look at Blazer because there was that like kind of pseudo conflict there. Yeah. But if you didn't do that, it's like that's a weird.
It's almost like they're anticipating like the most typical kind of choices, probably.
Yeah.
I also, you know, now you sort of got me thinking about that because like I enjoyed the line because I thought it made sense to me and it really did click, even though I never. Well, at the very beginning, you know, Blonde Blazer just coming in looking like a little snack over here, so I was really having a hard time resisting. I didn't know Invisigal would also be in the picture, or I probably would have been from the start. I'm pretty loyal to my video game women when I start a playthrough. I just want to say that. I'm normally not like trying to have many girlfriends, but that line though, like I related to that because like that's why I like Invisigal's character so much is that she's just crude, she's gross, just not dirty, but just like rough around the edges. Someone that's just keeps making wrong decision after wrong decision. And like I can see like being put in a room with all these other villains, and then you got Blonde Blazer coming in and like telling me what to do or telling me how I'm supposed to act as a hero would be very intimidating. Be a situation where I would be like very towards her or jealous, and or at least if I can't make the cut or if I keep making wrong decisions, like I'd be like, I wish I could be like her so they have a better relationship with Robert. So, and it's
Tell me
not
what
like
to do,
just like,
mommy.
and it's not just like being in with Robert, but just be just a stronger leader or someone that, I guess, a stronger like female leader or hero in this space. Hope that makes sense.
It does. I think it does. I'm being a little like over dramatic with the way that I feel, but
no,
I do feel passionately about it.
I love it.
I did pick to say, even though I did cut Invisigal, even though I have strong feelings, I was still I wanted to choose the respectful route of like, because I didn't want it to come back to bite me if, for example, she has that like beautiful redemption, or like I didn't want the team to like shit on her and stuff. So I did choose, I liked the scene in the car where he's texting Blonde Blazer. It made me feel like, oh, that's my girl. That's my girlfriend. I'm texting her. But I liked that moment because it was like very much united front. Like, what do we want to say as a company or like a stance as people? Like, what do we want to be the message? And so I did to say what a hero Trackstar was and to leave out like Invisigal going rogue altogether. What did you guys pick?
Interesting. Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't really I was listening, but also I was trying to like make sense of what you were saying, Kayla. Not because you're bad at explaining, just is how my brain works sometimes. Get a little sidetracked. Can you say what you picked again, so I can try to see if I did the same thing?
Yeah. So they ask in the media what kind of message you want to send. Yeah. So I say to only talk about what a hero track star was, and to leave out the part about Invisigal going rogue.
For some reason, I thought there was another choice in there. I'm like, I didn't get that.
There's 3 choices.
There is, yeah. So that was kind of 2 choices together. Like, because they ask you, like, lead with how do you want to talk about how bad Invisigal messed up, or do you want to talk about how much of a hero that Chase was?
I don't remember it worded like that. I just wanted to. I remember in that choice. That's why I'm having a hard time. Like, what did I pick? But I made sure that they knew that Invisigal was the one that was going to be in the news. Like, let's be honest about it. This is what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
I read it like that. Like, premise. Hey, we need to tell the press like what happened, and I was just being professional about it.
Yeah,
yeah, which I did that too, and I liked it, with a second playthrough seeing what the line is about Trackstar. I like when you pick Invisigal, what he says to Blazer is, I don't. Like, I want to, because I guess Trackstar's identity is not public. So the line is something like, I want to let him choose to go public with his identity.
Or
something like that. So let's talk about Invisigal in the news, which I thought was interesting.
Mine was like, I want to like honor his legacy of like what he sacrificed.
Which I like as well.
I did that.
But when I learned
that
alive.
His so right,
but then when I learned that they don't know his identity, I'm like, oh. No, we shouldn't have done that.
I guess I didn't realize that was a reveal. Though.
I didn't either.
I must have
in the moment you don't realize that.
I see.
Unless you do the Invisigal choice, and he says specifically.
Pontrell in chat says, it was something about an SDN operative being injured and who to name in the press. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And if it makes you feel better, I had to pause and be like, let me record that clip and go ask what I need to do here again, because I'm still unsure. If we have PR calling us, it's not me that needs to tell them how to respond, by the way.
That's really funny.
I will say this is a scene that, for me, on a second playthrough, I started to see through the cracks a little bit in a bad way, where, like, back in the day when Telltale was king in these kinds of games, there was always that, issue that a lot of people had of this illusion of choice, where all episodes always went kind of to the same thing, and there's just like little things throughout episodes that felt different, and that kind of started to show for me here, where, like you were saying, Kayla, is like, oh, I'm texting with my girlfriend, but when you're not dating Blazer, that text conversation is the exact same, but it feels very flirty if you are dating her, but then it doesn't if you aren't, in a way that, like, this is maybe not the best example for this, but I felt like there were more times than I wanted there to be where I was like, this actually doesn't feel like it's changing as much as they want me to think it is.
Agree.
Ultimately, I was still fine with it. And, like, this is one of my favorite games of this year, but it does have me yearning for, if there's a second season, that they can differentiate that a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I agree. Yeah.
You brought that up because, like, I still think Mass Effect has broken me for any kind of game like this, because there's a lot of that. Like, you make a choice that has rippling effects in a few different types of conversations, or like the follow up to that choice or where you're going makes a little bit of a difference. And it just needs to be like small differences. Like, it doesn't have to be like huge, these impactful choices lead to this. But yeah, I think that was a good example, Patrick. Just like, how does the conversation change it up if you are in a relationship? It would have been really cool. And I know we're going to get some of that if they do another season.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant at the beginning of the episode when I felt like I don't think they're mature in the space of creating, games in general, right? Because isn't this their first game, right?
I mean, a lot of them are from, like, Telltale back in the day, but as Ad Hoc, this is their first game.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I think maybe that could come with more time and, like, feedback, because I think, like, the general consensus is so good with, like, the critiques that we have. I think, like, it could definitely be even better. But yeah, I also agree. I saw.
Because in other ways, I think they do a really good job with it, of, like, choosing a team member. And then you have so many different scenes with Waterboy or with Phenomenon. Like, that's a really easy, like, tangible choice, but then it's like there's only a few of those kinds of choices.
They only could have so many priorities in it, though, so it makes sense. But now that we're reflecting on the broader, like, each episode and what we had a lot of more meat on the bone, so to speak. For it makes sense. They just picked the priorities, the things they want to focus on. Might be why we didn't get sexy scenes, which I'm mad about. We'll get to later. That's the biggest thing about games like this. You gotta have the porking. I want to see them pork. Let's go. They say porking. Is that
Here's
okay
the
to say?
thing. Here's the thing. Dispatch doesn't have to be kosher. Where's the pork? You know what I'm saying?
Where's the pork? I need some more meat on my bone.
Y'all are so funny. Wait, I have a quick question. Did you guys, since y'all didn't pick the P-Man, did you get the line about him loving magic so much?
No.
My boy loves Magic the Gathering. And
I thought we were here to play Magic the Gathering, and I hope that can still be true.
I'm going to make love to you.
Good job. Wow. Was that you, Patrick? Were you in the game?
That was me.
I was really impressed.
I am Travis.
Huh. God.
I wish.
The rest of this episode is like you at the bar, and you obviously run into Shroud, where we do see that, in fact, most of the people were right, and Shroud is just Shroud, including Jerica. Jerica was right.
Shroud is a Shroud. Or Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. I wonder if that was a design choice. Did y'all think that when you saw him? I thought that was pretty funny.
But that's, I
was like, oh, I wonder if they did that for fun.
Because Aaron Paul,
Aaron Paul, yeah.
I may be in the minority on this because I've heard you guys at a few points be like, I saw this coming or I saw that coming. I'm usually pretty good at seeing things coming like that. Not this, not going to go down a tangent, but that's like one of the issues I have with Claire Obscure as an example. But with this, it's like even though homie is talking as the bearded guy, Matt Mercer, I just didn't click for me and there were so many things in this game where I did not see it coming, even though maybe a lot of people did. And so that also this was a moment where when you realize that it's Shroud, I'm like, oh, wow, cool. But then I hear a lot of people like, oh yeah, no, it was Matt Mercer's voice. Of course that was Shroud.
It took me a second.
I didn't
clock it immediately.
Either way, this scene was badass. I really liked this scene. I do specifically like the line that he reads where he says, I love a good quote. Okay. Lock in. You think you can beat the bad by being good. You can't stop evil. All you can do is control it. And I was like, wow, that's like this game, summed up. And then obviously Coop shows up. Yes. For us, at least. Jerica? I
was gonna say, actually, back to Patrick's point real quick. It just came to me. It was a little delayed opinion. Okay. I wasn't too surprised with the reveal of Shroud, not because I was just calling it Shroud, but because we only have one episode left, and they're gonna have to reveal what this guy looks like. So I'm like, it's gonna be the stranger that shows up next. That made sense.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was only to the detriment of we're at the end. It'd been cool to sort of have that reveal sooner, but I'm not a writer. Does that sort of mess it up too? It's obviously someone we know from the beginning, Shroud.
Sure.
Yeah, like Blonde Blazer.
Yes.
I did like that with this scene, what you choose in the last scene we were talking about, whether they talk about Invisigal or Trackstar, changes his line where he comments on who they're talking about. So the line that, that doesn't make that. It must be a different thing.
They talked about motorboating her ass for me.
Yeah, that's just about Blazer in general, which who wouldn't? But
come on, brother.
Come on, brother. But if you choose Trackstar, then he says something like, using your powers and you got old because of it, but fuck off. Or he makes some comments about Trackstar. And then with Invisigal, he talks about there's a little hint that I didn't catch where he says something like everybody thinks that she's on the good side, but we'll see, or something like that. And it's interesting. He was telling us that she was on his team.
Interesting.
Can I just say, when Blonde Blazer shows up to this bar,
brother,
I got it
the
queued up.
Scene is so good. I'm not trying to brag on my choice, but can I just say,
I mean, in that moment, I'm feeling sort of bad, and I'm like, maybe this would have turned out better.
I was upset because it disproved my theory. As soon as I saw her, I was like, funny. No. I actually recorded on the screen. I was like, no.
When her eyes glow, y'all, come on. Yeah. That's got to do something.
I also really love how Shroud just reveres her and is like, that's a fucking hero. Yeah. So whenever Sonar or Coop talk shit and he's fuck off. We're getting a real speech from a real hero, and you should appreciate that. I thought
It was cool.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It is funny. That gives really like that invincible, like cheeky superhero type feel.
I didn't
that
expect
respect
that.
between them.
Yeah,
is
and
cool.
I didn't expect that. Like, honestly, not to say respect again. I didn't expect that kind of like writing for his character, because we see him as like a mysterious, it's just generic guy with the mask. He's trying to get this technology, whatever. But Jacini has like that kind of he's funny, but he's a villain. But he's just cheeky, and it's good. I liked him as a villain.
Me too.
Yeah, he was a good villain, and then I liked her. Huh?
I didn't think he was a good villain.
Really? Okay. Why?
Well, he's not in most of the game, so already just from like that first scene, you're just kind of like, okay, generic guy. Then he shows up.
Hold on one second, Josh. Would you be able to prove this point further in the next episode, or does it make sense here?
I'll just talk about it in the context of this. Like, I like the scene, like you just said, like you're finally trying to learn about him, because I don't know anything about him like until this point. So yeah, like that's a cool interaction where it's like all these little gangsters, and he's like, "Oh, let's listen to her." That was cool. But still, it's just kind of like he's at this point he seems very generic.
Interesting. I do wish, I do wish we had more about the connection between him and his dad, but I think there's that like generational like feel where it's like he even mentions like that it's the gun that he used to kill his dad that he's going to use to kill him.
Yeah.
And I kind of like I do think we should have, for this to be kind of like the peak and the like the plot like at its peak mode. I feel like we should have gotten a little bit more lead up, which is why I think in the flashback with Chase, we should have gotten more about his like family relationship, because we never even see his dad, right?
No.
But
one line about
something.
Shroud, it could have been cool in the flashback to help.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
But who knows? I mean, maybe his dad still is someone we know, which is why they very intentionally have not shown him. That could be interesting. In like a season 2, if
They're
they do
probably
it.
trying to cast Al Pacino.
Whoa, Patrick, give us
Come
a line.
here, Robert. Come to your old man. It's not a very good opportunity.
Last thing for me on episode 7 is I love the Blonde Blazer line of, by my read, I'm taking a lot of you with me. I was like, oof. And then at the end, do you guys get the line at the end where Robert tells her, "You're not leaving me again"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Because she leaves you
I
up
like that
there.
one.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. They return to the other spot. And here,
You mean my boss's spot that she tried to seduce me at?
Well, so did
Cute.
Invisigal kiss me without my consent.
That's one of those moments, though, where in the Blonde Blazer playthrough, there should have been more in that conversation
You're right. There
on
should have been.
the scene. And
Okay.
that,
You're right.
that kind of like I don't have to force the transition to talk about the lack of like romance in the back half of the game, but that's like what an easy time to have there be a unique extra bit of dialogue with the
In the
person
bar
that you're
alone
dating.
now?
Right. Like,
It's like, why are we all getting this kind of moment?
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
just the general
right.
lack of it. Other than I'm so shocked that the only time it really happens is at the end of episode 4 when you make the initial choice, and that's like
Which
it
is-
for the rest of the game.
Which is a good point, because like it does make the relationship a big part of the game.
It does.
And so not leaning into that more is an interesting choice for sure.
Yeah, I feel like there should have been one more, at the very least, one more unique scene. It could have been fucking. It didn't have to be fucking. There should have been one more unique scene for each choice. Other than, because the only other really unique one is the very, very end, whether you succeed with the relationship or not, after the fight's done between either her or her.
I love my
Her being Invisigal, her being Blazer, of course.
yes, right. Are her icons?
When we get to the
Something.
end, I'll definitely kind of recap my experience as someone who tried to keep it professional with both, and they basically force you like not to do that. It's very interesting.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Okay.
interesting. Any other episode 7 thoughts? Are we done?
I'm ready to
think so.
talk about this cat, because I
Yeah.
thought this was going to be revealed as the player. I thought this would have been real cool, because like at the start, this cat,
I'm
someone's in like
obsessed
this
with the cat.
little mascot character, right? Going to get the coffee, putting the whiskey in. That was whiskey, right?
Yeah.
So funny.
I like that it's the no face. I really like that.
I was really hoping we'd see like some kind of perspective as like the player being able to like hand him the coffee with the controller, but it would have been really dope. I was hoping there was something like weird there. Maybe I'm thinking too much like Kojima because we're just, very fourth wall breaking thinking people. That's what Kojima said about me as well. Not that's a lie. That's not true. But we get the coffee from the cat. I thought it was a nice little opening to a very action-filled episode.
I've been obsessed with this cat the whole time playing this game.
With the cat.
You see the cat in the background. You know what makes me? I've got to watch interviews later, or find out more information because like when you roll credits, it shows like a lot of the concept art. The cat is in a lot of the concept art with the crew.
The cat's major.
I think the cat got cut.
There is in one of the extras art things they talk about. Do you guys remember in the final battle there is a person on Shroud's team? She has like half white, half black hair. She's like floating, kind of like. Apparently, she was going to be on the Z team and was cut. And so there's like a comment in it is like that's why she seems a lot more designed than all of his other goons because she originally was going to be a Z team member.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question for Patrick as the one person who cut Sonar. I just feel like he's not as intimidating as Coop. How did that pull over when he was like on the villain side?
Question.
I feel like he's kind of goofy.
So on the villain side, he was goofy the whole time, but on the villain side, he's only in
the scary bat mode,
mega bat mode or whatever they call
that
it.
Makes sense.
And he's got the like red beefed up things the augments, and so he's a lot more like werewolfy in it. That like they kind of do make him a bit scarier at the end.
He's not in a suit,
right? And the fight instead of because Coops is up in the air.
Yeah.
You remember where Blonde Blazer gets like knocked into the basement, kind of like underground? You fight in there with Sonar in the dark, so it's like there's like a cool dark fight with.
Okay,
Sonar.
that's different.
And so he kind of has the upper hand, being a bat, but of course you still win. Of course, you're Mecha Man, and she's Blonde Blazer.
I'm Mecha Man.
Which was so thankful to see the outcome because like the gameplay, like us playing with. Which was cool because we got to get the whole squad, including Blonde Blazer, on the I guess the roster for you dispatching. Because Kayla, you mentioned earlier the map gets larger, everything's in like Mayday mode.
We have 3 people at first.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because like
you have to unlock them basically. Some of them are late because it's like in the middle of the night, and
I couldn't remember. Yeah, and like you have to like release 2 of them. Like I remember going after Sonar first and not Waterboy.
For Kayla, does Invisigal show up at all or something?
No, because I never had her. Like Waterboy shows up though, I get to use him for the first time.
And
Phenomenon. Shit's good, y'all.
But wait, Invisigal, that's interesting because even though she's suspended with us, she shows up anyway. And at first you're like, but it's like whatever.
Nope, she doesn't come at all.
I had a tough time keeping. It felt horrible. I was like, this sucks. I wish I was better at dispatching.
Is it possible to beat it, or do you fail no matter what?
Well, so I have a very interesting thing. I didn't know you unlock Blonde Blazer until I did just the end again to see if like I could do something else with Invisigal. And so the first 2 times I did it, I succeeded. So I never got Blonde Blazer.
So this is just a brag, basically.
Well, no. Oh, well, yes, of course. I'm a pro gamer.
Okay.
But because I was like, I wanted to see what happens if I purposely fail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I only have a little bit of the health left. And then Blonde Blazer comes in and she's fucking maxed out on everything. I was like,
she's a mercy.
I'm sorry. You can play with Blonde Blazer? I had no clue. Because I'm just such a pro gamer.
I still failed even with her.
Also, that's funny. She's a healer, and then also I sent her on a mission with P-Man, and it was really funny because he was like, I didn't expect my girlfriend to be on this mission. It was really funny.
Well, you know which 2 ended up by sending together, and they had really good like synergy was Phenomenon and Waterboy.
That's funny.
They were good balance to each other, and I'm like, there's a question I was going to ask later, and y'all be thinking about it. Don't answer yet, but I'm going to answer the question for myself right now. If there was a spinoff show, I would want a show or a spinoff game show based on this. What characters would get their own game, and it would be Phenomenon and Waterboy together being sent out. They're a partner. They're in a partnership with like the police force. They have to go out and solve crime together.
So Patrick beat it multiple times. Jerica and Kayla, did you beat it?
What do you mean?
Like Did you
Like,
save the
did
city
you
or
win the
whatever?
battle in Los Angeles?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm
I mean,
horrible at this
eventually,
game.
but it took a
No,
long time.
I lost.
I was very strategic, and
Well,
I
I
would
Had
like
this much
I-
left on the city.
I had
it
the
had this
most
much health left.
insane RNG. I would be like, it would be like a 97%
Listen to him.
thing with like a sliver of failure, and the little dot would just go in the failure. I thought it was like pre-programmed that would force you to lose.
I had the opposite reaction.
I had the best. I had a way better
Horrible.
rolls for my
happened
situations that I was
multiple
like, cool.
times
This
to
is
me.
really helping me.
Where it
Jericho
was like
struggling. I remember you said that.
there
Yeah.
was it happened so many times to me, like more than twice, probably 3 or 4 times, where I had a 90% with like it should win, and it made me feel. That's what made me think like, oh, maybe you're just supposed to lose, because like no matter what I did, it was like failing me.
Now,
It's crazy.
Poncherello says if you don't spec for the end game, it can be tough. I did start specializing like you guys did, because originally I was kind of spreading the love like across all of the different areas, which that's one of my favorite parts of this game is the way that you can like, I know it's a very traditional like level up kind of situation, but something very satisfying about it for me was that like I loved doing that. And so but then I started realizing that there was perks to having like people have strong suits, and I started like playing into that a little bit more. And then I also really enjoyed like like we mentioned earlier, there's certain pairings of like who do we send together to see like kind of what different reactions you get. But yeah, all that to say, shout out to Gianni for the sub, the Prime sub, coming in here with the earmuffs because I can't plan to start Dispatch next week. Very cool. Wanted to come through to show some love. Yes, definitely don't stay long because we're deep in spoilers of the last episode. But thank you for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow on Spotlight.
Even though I'm a pro gamer, I did feel really stupid because I didn't realize until my second playthrough, episode 7, what synergy was with people.
Oh wow!
I just like never, even though I had stumbled into it with at least one person, but it just like I guess I just wasn't paying enough attention, and I never really noticed that it did anything special. And then I was playing with Rose, because Rose is doing a playthrough, and I'm just like kind of
Fun.
riding shotgun for her playthrough, and she started getting synergy for like back to back. She got synergy for people. I was like, I'm sorry,
She's better than you.
what is synergy? And then it was like, wait a second. Oh, if you do flambe and prism multiple times, like I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But I still won without any synergy. So.
I loved the synergy, and I loved using like golems like duplicate.
Yes.
And
Prison.
then punch up like because you know I really liked the sections where you could go to school and learn like the different abilities. Like I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I definitely there only another gameplay element that changes in this episode is the hacking part when it's reversed. That was trippy. That was really trippy.
I stumbled into that one for the first time earlier today. I didn't get that my first playthrough.
That
And I
used
thought
to
that
be
was so cool.
Interesting. That used to be a lot of like used to be like a video game trope on like Super Nintendo and N64 games, like a common
Feels
thing that
old
just
school, for sure.
happened in video games. It was like, oh,
loved
now
it.
your controls are reversed, and so it did remind me of like, oh, this is like classic games kind of. Coal Mine said you get fun custom arts of the duos if you fully max them up. That was so fun for me. I loved unlocking the custom art of the synergy duos.
Yes.
Very cool.
Can you go back and look at that anywhere?
I don't know. I had to look
I would
them up.
like to.
I looked them up on
I feel
like
like
YouTube.
getting a rare Pokemon card in a pack. You're like, ooh, alt art
Pikachu.
card.
I really like this whole one because it's a very long dispatch session, and I think it made sense. It felt like that grind at work, you know, when you're like, all right, we got to strap in, folks, get ready. And I was like, okay, cool.
And I thought they did a
guys.
really good job of raising the stakes and making it feel like this dispatch session was important.
Yeah.
With there being
agree.
like the health
The
bars
question is
and stuff.
it? Because I feel like when I failed, then you won.
Illusion
It's
of
like the
choice.
same
It doesn't
thing.
matter. It really doesn't matter at the end of
But
the day.
it makes you, I think
but it makes you
does
feel like it does.
the tension. I feel
Because
like
when
you
I
can
fail,
tell.
it just goes into. I thought it was like a game over cutscene or something. It's like, oh, the whole place is shut down or something.
Because when you succeed, it just eventually the power goes out, and it's not like because you've lost. It just
Interesting.
the battle doesn't actually finish.
Coal Mines had a fun chat. Something fun I noticed with that punch up can have synergies with either Waterboy and Coop, and if you level that up, you can have both of them say top of the morning to punch up. Funny Easter egg. That's
That is
cute.
funny.
Great.
I like that.
Bring it. Coal Mines brought that up. Let me go and share. Those are the two that port in one of the comics.
Oh, that's right.
And Coop.
That makes
so
more
that makes
sense. Context.
That does.
There's
yeah.
a lot more character building in the like digital comics, like in the extra features.
I learned about that. I didn't know that they. I mean, I guess I assumed that they fucked
You can
because
see them
by cutting Coop,
They drew it.
Punch Up that next
Yeah, he's
episode
mad.
gave me a lot of grief, and so
Yep.
and one of the lines is someone says like, "Oh, I think Chase says that they used to date," and it's like, that's why he's pissed at me. Whereas for y'all, it was Malevola, right? Cutting Sonar.
What? Oh,
That was like pissed at, and like when you
didn't
had
cut-
trouble
yeah.
that first time.
We didn't cut Sonar, so we don't know.
no, he was saying if we didn't cut
Oh,
Sonar.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember her being too mad.
Wait.
Yeah, no,
Forgot about it.
you guys cut Sonar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, we cut
Yeah.
Coop.
Oh,
No,
shit.
we all-
God.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Oh, so then you guys got the line about
yes,
Punch
we
Up.
did. We didn't know
Yeah.
the
Dating
Malevolent,
Coop.
but it makes sense because they're a synergy
Yeah.
thing.
Can I just say Malevola, underdeveloped character? That
Yeah.
would be
Oh,
who I
lots
want
of
my.
potential.
She needs
That's who I would want my spinoff to
Me
be.
too,
Is
me too, me
Malevola
too. I already
and
knew it.
Gollum would be mine.
Gollum ended up being someone that I really enjoyed.
That's a
being
good pair
around.
too because he's like an entity. You know, he's not like.
Yeah, I want to know his story.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines of the whole game is in this episode when you start the battle for Los Angeles, and he's like, "I took a bunch of gummies, and I've kind of," and then it's funny, like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Oh, didn't finish my sentence," and he's like, "Just so you guys know, I don't think I'm making any memories right now." I thought was so funny.
Yeah.
Which is funny because he's also young gravy, which is
Yeah.
wild. That's
So
just
funny.
so funny.
I felt like we got a good bit of Malevola, but maybe
I didn't feel that way.
She's
I
in it,
know.
but like,
I mean, we got a-
considering she's basically like she's like a Hades character. She's like not from
Yeah.
like your plane of existence.
Sure.
So
No,
it is kind of
that's
funny. You're like, well, what are you even doing? I think one of them mentions that too. Like, what even are you? Like, why are you hanging around us?
Yeah,
I'd be doing cooler, better things in hell, you know?
exactly.
Because she mentions the line. She's like, well, if Chase doesn't make it, he'll be taken care of. Did you see that? Get that line?
Yeah.
She's like,
I
if Chase doesn't make it, he'll be taken care of. And they're like, what are you talking about? She's like, don't
What?
worry. She's
Once
like,
again,
don't worry, he'll be taken care of. They're
I
like,
would love that spinoff to see what the hell
that's
she's
funny.
doing.
I don't think I got that line. Also, Poncherello says if you don't save the city, the consequence is not being able to free Sonar or Coop in the end.
Ooh, that's why I couldn't. Maybe that's why I couldn't do it. I didn't get that option, so I
Must be.
failed too,
Oh,
Josh.
yeah.
I failed
Okay.
too because it was weird because I feel like I could have done something, and I was like, "You missed it." I was like,
you're right,
I
because the
didn't
way
get a chance.
it's funny, the way the scene even plays out, it's like you're about to decide, and then they're just like, nah, you can't decide.
Interesting. Okay, because I got to choose and I chose to
man.
save Coop.
Yeah, I would have. I was like, ooh, I get to decide because I was like, yeah, let's bring her back in because I was very merciful. Wait, you're gonna hold the presses. Clip this for all the socials. You are gonna save Coop, but you're like, no, I cut Invisigal because she chose to do all this stuff. She messed up.
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's correct.
Do you have any defense of this statement?
No, because Invisigal's the true villain in the story,
Oh
and
my
Coop
gosh.
just got wrapped
Come
up in the
on,
thing she
Coop.
didn't have to be involved.
Coop just got wrapped
Jeez.
up.
She
but-
was homeless. You kicked her out. Like Invisigal did all this before, and she knew, and like you gave her a second chance after second chance, and she still knew that she had betrayed you. And was
First of
hiding
all,
it.
we say
Coop had a
unhoused.
chance.
Oh, sorry.
You're right.
What'd you say? Aroused?
Coop was yes.
He was aroused.
Coop was unhoused because of us, unjustly, just because she was at the bottom of the scoreboard. Of course, she's going to go where she can get a job. And Biscoff had a job. She just was double dipping
Not the
and then
double
lying
dip.
about it. Yeah. So yes, and then the whole squad was like, "Yeah, bring her back." I was like,
Sometimes
okay.
you got a triple dip. Just depends on the night.
Triples is
You know what I'm
best.
saying?
Exactly.
I was just irritated because
I was hoping for.
ready for it because they're like, oh, because I think Malevolent stops her like, oh, you got the wrong person here, and they're like, oh yeah, get it, oh wow, because I'm being gracious to everyone. I'm like, let's let them all back in. So then it's like it just locks them in. They're like, never mind. It's like, oh.
That's actually really funny. I did not realize that.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, I think I probably know most of your answers to this, but some of the next couple choices is first of all, I tried to bring my bestie girl back in. I said, call Blonde Blazer. Turns out she was busy and she couldn't come to the rescue.
Oh,
Wonder
when
what she was doing.
Oh, wait, during the
At
oh,
the
This is
when
in
you're
the Mecha Man room, right?
yes, And then when you're like tying up Invisigal and like all of that kind of thing, I told Invisigal, of course, I can't trust you, so I decided not to untie her. And then the whole scene where the guy's peeing in the bush.
Yeah.
That actually made more sense. That's what I thought of when the second twist with her shows up, because that's like her coworker friend or something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
What if I told you I still trusted her? Like I truly like thought
I let her go.
But I didn't let her free.
Oh wait,
or
you
I
didn't.
chose to go at it alone because I didn't want her to get hurt.
Wait, so Kayla didn't untie her. So does she appear back after that?
I didn't untie her
he
either.
eventually gets out. Yeah.
So she's with you for like the guy peeing in the bush and all that stuff. Same.
No.
Oh,
No.
because
No.
okay, well he's
He was
peeing
there for me.
Okay, so this is the scene. So he's peeing in the bush. You're about to like try to whack him or whatever, but then she shows up and she like knocks him out by like shooting him with something or something. But he's laying down, but his junk's out of his pants.
Yeah.
Before we get to the junk in the pants, real quick, I didn't untie her because I really want to talk about the junk.
Oh, I did untie her. Well, that's what I was asking, but she shows up at that point then.
I didn't, and she still shows up.
Oh,
At that point with the guy's
Yes.
dick?
so something else is
Yes.
affecting it.
So that might be one of
So-
those moments.
If you don't, okay, so
I don't know how
then
she got free.
this must be with the trust thing. So for Kayla, who just iced her out the whole game, she does get out, but then she just leaves. She doesn't help during that thing.
She shows back up later.
Later, right?
Yeah.
But so
shows up-
then even though you left her tied because she trusted you because you were, I guess, romancing her, she gets out and then still helps you. That's interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And
okay,
then she
that
asked
adds
me.
another layer.
Then she asked me because we're looking at the guy's junk.
yeah,
It's
there's
out.
like a whole scene.
I'm like, I literally paused and I was like, we didn't get any pork in, but I'm here looking at this guy's
Multiple dicks.
wang
Yeah.
Yeah.
right
Wayne.
now. And I'm playing why it's censored. Or did I play when it was censored? This was episode. Maybe I still had it censored. I wanted to look at it some more.
Sure.
Because I'm a gooner.
Established.
Not really. I looked up the definition. Not
right.
truly.
right.
I wish I was. But she asks, "Hey, are you gonna?" She gives you three options about his junk. Something about like, are you just gonna let it sit there? Are you gonna
They're-
like give him some dignity? Or there's like three choices.
They're basically
and-
arguing like who's going to put it back in the pants.
And
Because
I
she's
was
like, no,
like-
it was like, yeah, I knew this guy from way back. And like, we should just leave him like this. And he's like, no, he's like, I'm not doing that. And she's
no,
like,
she
well,
told me. She asked me. She's like, "Hey, you gotta do
Yeah.
something about it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
do something
Classic
about that."
Invisigal behavior, apologizing for the villain. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Trying
Listen
to
to
help
her.
him out, and I made the choice
Yeah.
of putting it back in the pants.
oh, I made Invisigal do it.
I did it
Oh,
because I was waiting for that kind of
Wow.
choice. Like, hell yeah, give me
that's
the
funny.
chance.
So what
to-
does Robert do in yours then?
he puts it
Me?
back?
And then what? Is there anything else that happens?
There's just like a line about it. They just,
Mine, I made Invisigal do it. She's like, fine. So she's like, because he's like, I don't know this dude, like, whatever. And she's like acting like she knows him. And so she does it. And then she goes back and she wipes her hands on Robert. And then he's like,
That's funny.
that doesn't even bother me one bit or something like that.
That's funny.
That's
He's
really
like,
funny.
"Okay."
Yeah,
Actually.
and that one for if you put it in the pants, then she says something like he'll like that was very noble of you or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I got.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. This happened to me. Thank you, Poncharello, for reminding me. If you don't untie her and you hear her yell to get, because she calls him thumbstick, to get his attention, and he turns and he pees on Robert.
Yeah.
Like it's
So
like,
like,
she's
you get so
basically the
much
villain
piss
you
on
That's what
created her to
happened.
be. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so
On a peen.
then you tase him, and then the dick's just like laying there out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Which
out.
can I just say, video games so often are just titties all over the place, and movies and
Correct.
TV shows. It's always titties, 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 titties. I love seeing the dick. Can we
Male
just
Yeah,
say?
me too.
Are you asking for
Believe it
more
or not.
male representation?
More
on this
male
one?
representation.
No. Well, but for this, in lieu of just making more women be naked, I think we should make more men be naked.
You know what? You're right.
too.
Actually,
Yeah.
Instead of
I see that.
objectifying
I was
women.
so impressed that there
Objectify
were
men instead.
Yeah, that's what I'm
penises
saying.
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
game.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm
you
getting-
don't see penis in game a lot. Make
Yeah,
the
you're
gamers
right.
look at it once in
Yeah.
a while.
It
They
is
need to
very
look like-
cartoony, though.
It is.
For sure.
They should draw it.
But there's a lot of dicks in this game, especially in
There
the
is. Oh,
fight later. One of my also one of
Yeah.
my favorite lines in the game.
Also, really funny. Like the graphics on it as you're like fighting is really funny.
My dick, my perfect dick.
I want that to be my job.
As Toxic says.
Trying to show your family. I always make this joke, you know, Kratos' nipples. Who was the penis person on this team? Designing the penis and making it move.
Oh yeah, there's a person.
That's
There's a
someone's
person.
job.
Yeah.
They're in the
Imagine
credits
going
for sure.
home to Thanksgiving and be like, look,
Yeah,
Mom, look what
for
I
sure.
did in the video game.
That's really funny. Oh, honey, what'd you work on this whole year?
This
You've been so
green
busy.
penis.
Yes. Okay, so then I will say, as we get into the Shroud fight, this is like the big fight scene, lasts a very long time. I thought some of the dialogue in this was very cheesy, personally. Where's Shroud? Where is he? And I'm like, okay, can we just like, Robert, you've been so eloquent this whole time. Can we not get a little bit more like, there was later on, I think, first of all, I would have seen someone harm a hair on Beef's head.
Oh, dude.
I would have lost my shit.
Brother.
Was the most suspenseful moment for sure.
Is there a playthrough where something bad happens to him?
You can't. Beef can't get hurt.
Okay, good.
There's
good.
no way. This game would be like canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was worried because like I asked for I need trigger warnings for animal death personally. Oh, Colbine said Venus Vacation, but muscular men with banana hammocks. You're so
Where is
right.
it? Hashtag where is it?
Where is it? Where's the proof?
There's a thirst trap game, a gotcha game that's like hugely popular.
Where's a leisure suit Lisa? You know?
Oh,
Oh.
now we're talking.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you guys think about? Do you agree with me about the dialogue some here? What do you think?
Now
I
I can
remember
finally,
too
my
much
time
of
to
it.
shine. Shroud is a
Okay.
horrible enemy. He's junk, generic superhero enemy. But I had to convince myself. It didn't really ruin the game for me because I just convinced myself like the superhero thing is just a layer. That's not really what's going on, right? The subtext of like the story and everything. The superhero thing is just a layer. So it doesn't. Shroud doesn't really even matter, ultimately.
But my problem wasn't even necessarily Shroud in these scenes. It was like some of the other like Robert and
it
some
turns
of the
a little
heroes.
to like some of the cringy Marvel movie type kind of cringy.
I still loved it. Like that's the thing.
Yeah,
I really loved this game, but some of it, like a couple of the lines here, just bothered me. As far as the I feel like it could have gone deeper.
I don't remember being too hot on it or cold on it. I
Okay.
feel like it was in the middle somewhere, but like I just wonder if we're just a little burnt out on seeing these epic finales. It's hard to stick a landing these days, and I just wonder with how unique can a villain be these days. I'm not trying to like defend anybody's like, oh, that was a boring villain. Looking at you, Josh, but like, what would have made what do you think would have helped Shroud's character? I'm just curious because I don't know the answer to that.
If Shroud was blonde blazer,
Okay.
kind of.
Oh my god!
I knew that was gonna be
I
his
thought he
answer.
was perfectly
Shroudy. I don't know. Like again, it's not that big of a deal because I think there's enough other stuff going on with the story that it doesn't like really matter. Like I think Robert being Mecha Man and him versus Shroud and his dad stuff. That's like one like way down the list of like interesting things about this game. Like we talked about this in some other episodes, like we kind of hope Robert doesn't become Mecha Man just because like he's kind of like his character arc is interesting to see him like put in a different role and like learn to be who he is and help others through that. And so I actually think the fighting stuff was really cool. That spider robot was really cool, like and all that kind of stuff. But-
Yeah, I think graphically it was pretty impressive, and like it reminded me of the Incredibles.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
little thing.
Yeah, the spider robot.
because it's predictive and it
But
understands like
I'm
the
with you where it's
predictive.
like it's kind of this villain monologue. Yeah, he has the dog, but it's just kind of it's just kind of weird where like I just met this guy basically in the last episode, so I still don't know that much about him. Like the premise is a little bit interesting where he's kind of like mathematically calculating outcomes and stuff. But like I don't know much about like these augments that we know they're associated with the red color and they seem to have augments, but we don't really know about that. We don't
Yeah.
really know about
I think it
Shroud's
would
like
have
history.
really benefited them to have more time. It sounds like with a lot of different things, including the porking. I'll keep saying it, but like I think for Shroud specifically, like if digging into some of those comics, like one of the comics is like a barbecue that his dad and Shroud were having, and you learn how Robert loses a piece of his ear.
That's what you're
There's
talking about.
some family dynamics, like they were close and they worked together for a long time. Shroud and his dad, Robert's dad, and like just seeing some of that, maybe some flashbacks would have helped us feel a little bit more like, can Shroud be redeemed? Because like he's my friend, my dad's friend. Like he grew up around him.
For
Like
sure,
he was
that would
familiar
help
with
me.
him. So I think that would have helped some of the
A lot.
Can I
character
just
building with
say,
him.
we
Yes,
could tell
a lot.
which of us is the Destiny player because you're having to get the storyline outside of the game.
I'm just
reading
used to it, I
little-
guess. Yeah.
I didn't have this issue. I feel like we got enough of Shroud. Because he comes back in episode 6. We keep saying 7, but it's 6. So he's in half of the season. He's in episodes 1,
Sure, he
6,
does
7,
come
and
back.
8. And I feel like from the beginning, it's very clear his intentions of he wants the Astral Pulse, why he wants it. That we don't learn that until later. But I felt like it was, if anything, I feel like it's kind of disappointing that he dies because now he's just
does
not
he?
as like. Yeah, I think he dies. in
I mean,
both,
he
I think.
didn't die in mine.
He didn't die in mine.
Wait,
I spared
did he?
him.
Me too.
Oh, right. I
Wait.
chose to kill him, or
Ooh.
I'll let Kayla tell the other one. But yeah,
Yeah.
I chose to kill him. That's right.
I think mine is very specific, and I'm curious to talk about it with you guys. But I agree. It kind of frustrates me that that's like locked to the comics. Like I wanted to know. Like mine is not really needing to know more about Shroud. Honestly, I wanted to know a little bit more about Robert.
Yeah.
And like his past. And so that's interesting. That's locked to the comic discussion. But I'm glad that you were able to bring that because like I can only imagine. Like I was already like so bought into Robert as a character without knowing that. Like I just feel like it would have helped me understand his like relationship to because you hear him reference his dad a lot and he has a lot of like conflicting feelings about it. So it would have been nice to see a little bit more of that on screen. But
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna be eating good when they do another Dispatch game.
yeah.
Dispatch
They have
2
to,
is
right?
gonna be so good. Of course, it's gonna happen.
yeah. Are you guys prepared later to give it a score?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not right now, but later. Okay, cool. Okay, so then after we're in the fight scene, it lasts a while. I did not like the quick time events here. They were way too sudden for me.
I liked it. I
You
was like,
liked
fuck,
them?
I liked it. I actually enjoyed the challenge. I only missed like 2, maybe 3.
Oh, I missed like every single one. Yeah.
I didn't
I was
miss.
really bad. It came out of nowhere. I was
Miss
like,
a
oh
lot,
shit,
but-
here we go.
because I was ready. Well, I was sitting there like ready, but I had the same problem with like maybe the first episode where it felt like it was like a little disconnected, where it's like I don't even know like what I'm doing. But
I didn't feel it that way as much. It just like caught me off guard a lot. Like I feel like it was hard to predict like what was going to happen. I wish there was like a mode where you could slow it down a little bit, kind of like that one scene.
Sure.
you could turn them off.
Well, I know, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then you run into either Coop or Sonar for Patrick, and you have like a one-on-one fight scene with them, and you can choose to like kind of react a certain way, either like pissed or like sad for them. I chose to say I'm sorry, Coop, because I'm kind of like taking the ownership of her villain arc for me personally. Did you guys remember what you chose here as far as like your one-on-one interaction?
Yeah, I tried to be to own it too. I don't think I said I'm sorry. I think I said like it wasn't personal
That's what I
or
said.
something.
It wasn't personal.
I said
Maybe.
I'm sorry specifically.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jerica?
Say that one more time because it's just my brain. I'm so sorry.
No, when you were interacting with Coop, the one-on-one fight, did you apologize or did you like lean into?
I definitely didn't want to hurt her more. So whatever
Okay.
was nicer, I did that.
I said
Okay.
it wasn't personal, and she's like, "Well, it felt personal," or something like that.
Yeah, and this is the part where for me, Invisigal shows back up at the very end to fight alongside the group. And the group accepts at least her like fighting and helping, kind of like they give a little side eye, but they're like we're there all together. And then that's when Chase like shows up and like has the amulet, which I
That's
really
so good.
loved. Like it was a
I
sweet
hated that
moment.
part. I hated it.
But
It was the worst part of the
logistically-
whole game for me. It makes
Really?
no sense.
Wow.
I've been waiting to put that in there.
Okay, I want to hear what your
I'm
thoughts.
gonna be the only one that just doesn't like it. I was just like, how did Chase put on the suit so fast? He's on the verge of dying. I need to see that.
It's
I
just
need
the
to see
amulet.
the logistics of this. I get it.
Like the
What do you
amulet
do?
is the suit.
Do you just go?
I think it's like Sailor Moon. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, once you
Well,
put the
again,
amulet on,
I
and
just
then it
didn't
like does
understand
the
that at
whole
all. So
thing.
it took me out of it. 'Cause I was like,
You wouldn't know that because we chose Vizzy, But if you choose Blonde Blazer,
that.
you see how the amulet works.
No, we don't see that.
Yeah, she
I
takes it
didn't get
off and then turns into Mandy.
I was
Yeah.
like, that makes no sense. How did she?
That makes
when
sense.
and how
That
did they
makes
do
no
this?
sense
And I'm
to you.
like, this sort of came out of left field and sort of feels cheesy now because I'm just like, Chase being all like, hoo, look at me, and I'm like,
Sure, that's funny.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Did you guys ever see Blonde Blazer's real identity?
Not until she shows up right there when he shows up and
yeah,
then she
yeah.
shows up.
Okay,
She shows up
I mean,
not as Blonde Blazer.
yeah. Okay, interesting. Jerica, I get what you're saying though.
No,
Like
that totally makes sense.
I did have
Yeah.
to suspend my disbelief or my belief for a moment because you see Blonde Blazer get like slammed into the building.
I did. I
And
was
then-
concerned.
And so I just assumed that like she died and he took like the amulet. Like I was like, is he the villain? Did he just steal her amulet to live? I'm so confused.
It's funny. I
That
must
makes
have.
no sense though, because he's like barely alive on a hospital
I
bed.
think
Though.
she.
Still, how does he get
She
the
must
amulet?
go get. She must
She
go
gives it
put
to
it on him or something. Yeah.
Oh,
She
well.
crashes into the hospital. So it's like she's like right there.
So she was like, "Oh, the only way we're gonna make this work if I can give him the amulet."
Yeah, she like makes that comment basically.
Yeah.
But
I
in a
didn't
better
put
way.
it
She also has the
together,
healing
like-
power. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
her
yeah.
like the
Okay.
whole point is the amulet is healing power. So like it because when you go on runs with her,
She should
when
have
you
gave
have
that
her,
to him a long time ago. Then
Right.
I
Well,
totally
she's
agree. I
kind of
don't
evil.
really know.
She's basically evil. So
Oh my god,
That's fucking
literally
I
no.
agree now. Yeah, you're right, Josh.
Y'all are so funny.
Y'all are crazy.
he's sitting there like he's
Oh.
literally like you're saying goodbye, and she could have done that the entire time.
the
She knew.
amulet on him.
She
No,
knew.
because like
Boom.
no, because they're still not sure how it's
Kick it up
gonna
a
work.
notch.
Poncherello says, story-wise, I feel like an episode with Vizzy and the Red Ring were cut from the game. Interesting. That could have been helpful to have like the Red Ring with her and kind of see and be a little bit more in the know of like behind the scenes, and then also maybe you get a little bit more backstory. That would be interesting.
I think that would have spoiled the twist though.
Yeah, there's no way
Yeah,
to put it.
but I
There's nowhere to put it. That's probably why
I
it was
like
cut.
the idea on paper. I just
Yeah.
don't know that it would have worked.
Yeah. So yeah, then Shroud threatens beef, and I'm like, no.
No.
How dare you? And I love how the whole team is also like, no.
Everybody's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. It's fucking beef, bro.
You can have any one of them, and it plays different, but
And
not
he's
the
so
dog.
happy.
He's
He's like,
innocent.
He's just like hanging there with his little feet. So what did you guys choose to say? I personally, of course, said I'll do anything, just don't hurt him. Which I
think
don't
I
think
said
that choice
that.
really matters.
I think I did say that too.
Okay.
My Robert was violent, as evidenced by I already hinted that I kill Shroud with my hands. I said, if you hurt beef, I'll kill you.
Okay. And then when you guys are faced with the astral pulse situation, what I'm very curious because you can choose to intentionally give him the fake, intentionally give him the real one, or give him both. What did you guys choose?
I gave them both.
Yeah, I got confused about this too. In the moment, I was like, "Wait, like I'm so confused."
I was like, well, this guy's an AI, right? I'm gonna give them both.
I gave him the
Mess up
fake one.
the math in the
Oh,
robot's
interesting.
head.
Okay. You gave him
I
the
was like,
fake
that's
one.
gonna be the right call here.
It just felt like they were leading me to that a little bit because like it like zooms in on the fake one before he gets out, and then he like grabs it. So I was like, "Oh, I'll give him the fake one."
I just assumed if I gave him the fake one, he would hurt beef because he would know it's fake. I gave
I
him
did
both
too.
as well. What did you do, Patrick?
I did all three, but I think the first one I did was I did the fake one first. But
So-
I think the both is the most interesting choice.
Okay, well,
With how
I'll
that-
explain the fake one, then I want to hear what the both is. The fake one, you give it to him, and he takes it and he goes, "Yeet," and he's like, "This is fake." And then you're like, "Oh, sorry about that."
would do this.
Interesting. So in the both option, Patrick, you explain it because you said it was the most.
Yeah, so with the both option, because I was curious what would happen. I assumed he was gonna like what happened with yours, Josh, that he would just know, but he doesn't know, and
No.
he can't figure out the
Can't tell.
difference.
No.
And so he it's a 50-50 choice, and he puts one in, and
That's-
he ends up putting in the fake.
Oh,
and
that's
so
way more
It
the-
worked
interesting.
for a little bit. And
Yeah.
then
He
he starts
throws
like,
up.
No,
and then he
that's
starts
more-
throwing up, and then everyone starts throwing up.
Oh, that's
Everybody's
awesome.
throwing up at this
Yeah,
point.
no, that doesn't have it all.
Yeah, I thought that was the best of the
Basically,
three
yeah,
choices.
he takes a fake one, he just throws it. He's like, "You think I'm an idiot? This one's fake." And then Robert's like scared he's gonna hurt beef or whatever. He's like, "No, I'm so sorry. Here, you can have it." He gives him the real one, and then he just puts the real one in. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny.
the giving him
I
the
don't
fake
like
one,
that.
I think, is the weakest of
cool.
the three for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what happens when you give him
Yeah.
Patrick. What
Oh, you
happens
did
when you
that
give
one
him the
too.
right one?
When you give him the right one, it's similar to when you give him the fake one, except he doesn't do the yeet. He just like puts it in and then he's good. Like and then depending on whether Vizzy goes bad or good, either you get shot or she kills him.
Interesting. So
that's not.
then,
That's not. Ooh,
that is interesting.
Okay, well, no. Well, that's not what happens.
Invisigal saves
Yeah,
Robert.
she takes a bullet.
after that.
Yeah.
See, no, not at all for me.
Yeah.
No,
Of
course,
very
dude.
different.
Yeah, I'm glad yours is different.
He takes
It'd
a
be
shot
weird
and
if
it's
he
like
tried to
slow
save you.
motion, and all
You're
of a sudden,
Robert.
it's like because she's invisible, so in midair the bullet just is like stops basically, and
Interesting.
then it like falls, and
Just
then
a
he's like,
graze,
no.
though. It wasn't
Yeah, it just
to the
a
heart
shoulder.
or anything.
Well, it gets to Robert. It just because it already went through a body, it,
goes
doesn't
through
actually pierce Robert.
slow, and then it
That's
hits
cool.
his jacket, kind of just falls.
And then how does the rest of it play out for you? Like, what happens to Shroud and like what
Well,
kind of
there's some
choices?
choices there too.
Okay, yeah. So for me, well, I don't know what that first portion of the choice is though.
So if Invisigal ends up being bad, whether the astral pulse choice happens, and then depending on with yours, Kayla, he puts the thing in, everybody starts puking,
Yeah.
and then Invisigal comes to life next to him and
Yes,
pulls out a knife, stabs him in the throat.
That's what
Yeah,
happened to
that's cool.
mine.
That is
That's
cool.
cool.
And then she takes out his astral, or
crazy.
she grabs the real astral pulse and chucks it at Robert.
That's actually almost a more
exactly.
interesting redemption arc than what we even did. We
Exactly,
were
which is
merciful.
why I don't
Interesting.
really understand, and this is part of what me and Patrick talked about before, and I want to hear what y'all's like very end was. But like, I don't really understand this because technically speaking, she is bad in this. But to me, it's like she made a choice to like combat her inner demons in a way. So like, I liked the way it
It's
ended.
the
but
movie thing where that's her moment where she redeems
yeah,
herself.
but she does. However, though, she does take that opportunity away from Robert to have that moment of vengeance for himself and that like choice for himself because you kind of
you didn't get to make a choice.
exactly you don't
we did.
like that. You get the autonomy like taken away from you.
And
Yeah.
also part of it, so she stabs him in the throat, and
Yeah.
Robert's
It's very
like-
violent.
Yeah, it's very violent.
Wow.
And then
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah, me
she
too.
grabs the astral pulse, but she also grabs Shroud's mask, looks at the
Yeah.
mask, throws the astral pulse at Robert, and then goes invisible and goes away. So I think the implication is that maybe she's going to become like Shroud or
what's
whatever.
canon?
Also,
Which
she
one's-
has like
which
the
of these
Winter
canon?
Soldier like get up.
That's
you
not
know?
what
She looks
happens.
really
That's
bad.
what happens
No,
to us.
that's not what happened to us.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
Whoa. So what happens to us is she takes a bullet and she's laying there. And then Robert just goes psycho and he just starts just turning Shroud's face into mush, like on the ground. He's just going crazy. Just dunk, 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 just going crazy. And it's pretty violent too because it shows him it's just like he's like it's all messed up. And then you have a 3 choice. I think it's a 3 choice. You basically get to choose kill him, spare him, or I think maybe it's just 2. I thought there
I
was
think
a
it's
third
just
one.
2.
You can choose to kill him or spare him. So
And
Jerica, what did you
in
choose?
my prime playthrough, I killed the guy.
Ooh, okay. I
Choked
spared him. I spared Shroud.
You choked him.
I also spared him.
Interesting.
But you said that he died in all of your playthroughs, Patrick.
Yeah, because the other either I killed him or Invisigal killed him in both. I didn't do another one where Invisigal ended up being good enough. Oh. So she goes villain.
So when you
both
spare
my
him,
other
she
playthroughs.
goes villain and kills him?
So in the one where it goes from the astral pulse choice of either it's the right one or the wrong one, and so in the one that would be more like yours, where he pulls the gun out, he's about to shoot Robert, and then Invisigal shows up, stabs him in the throat before she takes the shot.
So in ours, we just chose not to. And then all the police, they just arrest him. Lock him up. They just
Put him in
arrest him.
jail.
bad boys.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Lock him up.
ACAB.
I
Okay.
am disappointed afterwards because here's the deal. I'll say this. I still feel like the romance could have been better.
Yep.
I still felt let down. And yeah, Kayla, I've been giving you a lot of grief, but I also felt like man, I still don't feel as connected to Invisigal as we should feel right now.
See, I felt
that
so
way.
connected to Blonde Blazer. I don't know. I did.
She's the most iconic good gal, the only good gal in this game. So like, I would. That's why I wanted to go through that playthrough and to see like. Here's the deal. I think we just didn't have enough time for the devs to do everything they want, and they're also having to. If they do a season 2, we're having to future-proof ourselves. And what do we do to have these?
Yeah, what's the canon ending too?
Are you gonna do like whatever they do next in Mass Effect? Are we gonna? Is there a canon ending? Or are they gonna give us these branching choices? That what gave me that thought is what Cold Nines said in the chat. Like, I'd be so welcome to a second game where Evil Invisigal ending is canon, and that game is based around stopping her. I'm like, that might be
that'd be cool.
It would make sense for some of y'all, yeah.
Not for me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get us off.
No, that was good.
The main
No,
topic, but also seeing Mandy and Invisigal together makes me want them to hook up. I just want that, and I'm not trying to be a gooner. I was like, I feel like they could have good chemistry.
We're good.
I need more.
Well,
gay in this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Well, so this is where I wanted to talk about, like, me is like I tried to keep both relationships completely professional. So with both Blonde Blazer and I kind of regretted it like halfway through because I actually do like doing romance options in these games, but I was like, well, this is work, so let's just keep it professional, like see what happens.
Ace representation.
Yeah, and I felt like everyone was doing the romance thing, so I was like, what happens if you don't? So intentionally, I'm constantly trying to deflect kind of everything, right? So it was weird though because I felt like the game is not designed for that really, because you're saying you're not as connected, feeling as connected to Invisigal, and you're kind of trying to romance her. Well, I felt a little bit too connected because at the end, she's so at the end, she's they in the hospital stretcher in the ambulance, but they push her out of the stretcher, and the whole team's there, and then Prism's doing like fireworks in the air, and they're all cheering for Invisigal, and they're all like welcoming her back to the team. They're like all excited to see her, like all this stuff. But Robert kisses Invisigal at that point. I was like, wait, what's happening?
Oh, even if you didn't romance her,
I didn't romance her the whole time.
Wow, interesting.
Jerica, did you not get to kiss her?
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah, it's just weird that
but she was leaning into it more.
There had to be something some choice I did that caused like something to flip.
So,
and then, but even then, because then for Kayla, like the last scene, which Kayla put a picture of it in Discord, where it's like Mandy and Robert, that still happens for me too, and they're very comfortable with each other there too. So I was like, what's it? And then I think even Mandy's like, take good care of her, or something, implying like I'm in a relationship with her. I'm like, what?
So a couple things. So you have that same scene with Mandy at the end, regardless of if you romance her or not. There's just like 3 extra lines in the romance version where Robert makes a comment about wanting, like, are you busy tonight? And she's like, what, you want to hang out after we just like save the world? He's like, yeah, I guess that was a bad attempt to try to make out or whatever. And then they kiss and it's cute, whatever. But like, that's it. There's not anything more, which I thought. So I'm surprised that you felt as connected as you did, Kayla, because that's like the only difference with the end of the game with that.
To me, it's not about the end. Like the whole time throughout the game, I was full speed ahead because like she confides in you about her identity. You get to go on multiple dates with her. She stands up for you at the party. She kisses you in front of the whole crew.
You go on multiple dates with her?
You say that you're going on a second date.
I see.
But in the party, at the housewarming party, you dance, and she kisses you in front of the whole crew.
Right.
But still, it's like the proclamation of their relationship. Sure. So to me, and then she was like swooping in and save the day, like, and we were getting nods. Like, I don't know. To me, I felt like their relationship was more. I felt like it had progressed quicker.
Yeah.
Especially since like she's the one who sought you out for this in the first place.
Sure.
Like, which I still don't really get. I could kind of see why Josh maybe thought the villain arc was present because like why did she seek you out?
Yeah.
But all that to say, I did feel. I mean, I wish it would have been more. I think it could have been more, especially like I mentioned how romance heavy the whole game can kind of feel. But yeah, I liked the end scene that I got, which is also what you guys got. But like I liked sitting there with her on a tailgate, felt very normal. Of course, I didn't get the Invisigal thing at all. But there is like a moment of reflection on like, what do you think she's doing now? Talking about Invisigal. And you're like, oh, well, I hope she's like safe out there, basically. Is like the line that you kind of get about her because again, she's not there. Like she's gone. She like runs away.
And one of the line options does kind of hint at maybe she's going to be leading the Red Ring. Maybe she's going to come back to try to get the Astral Pulse. Like there's like a few different options there. I thought it was also, so the one I kind of alluded to earlier where in my Blonde Blazer playthrough, I then leaned into the Invisigal kiss, which kind of blew it all up at the end, where when Shroud is at the top with Beef and he makes a comment about so like with Kayla's playthrough, he makes the comment about like, I always preferred Blonde Blazer when she was blonde instead of brunette, is like the thing that he says if you're dating Blazer. I don't remember what he says if you're dating Invisigal, but when with both, I thought there was a very interesting line where he says something along the lines, I don't remember the exact line, but he's like, you had the gall to go after Blonde Blazer or to like be dating Blonde Blazer and think you could have even more and start and kissed Invisigal or whatever. The line is a lot better than how I'm delivering it, but then they both have a moment where like they look at each other or like they look at you or whatever, and then it's like, oh, I think I just fucked that up, and then you just don't get that extra scene at the end.
It is interesting because oh, sorry, Patrick.
No, you're good.
I felt like Vizzy was very jealous of Blonde Blazer, but I never felt that Blonde Blazer was jealous of Vizzy at all. Like she never even mentions like her, which I guess maybe it's because I pay her no attention, but I think that's interesting. Like,
no, but this is what's weird because you're saying exactly, this is the weird part because you're saying you thought like you were all in on the relationship, like all this stuff, but my Blonde Blazer and yours was exactly the same. Like all of our interactions were the same except for like two little interactions, which is the date and the one kiss at the party. But other than that, the scenes are exactly the same. So I'm getting the same energy from her, whether you're dating her or not, which is I think
you broke the game, Josh, because like
I think it's
I agree with Josh.
Yeah.
Jerica?
I just think it's interesting. Like, obviously, I don't want anyone to be forced into a relationship when they don't want it. But still, I think it's cool. Like, even though we have some of the same character interactions, we all pretty much have some different, like, emotions and feelings towards how it went. And we feel differently, which is fun. Poncherello brought up something that sort of had me thinking, like, if they do continue another game and commit to some of these, differences. So, like, I guess there's a future where season 2 could be Invisigal's running the Red Ring, right? And then what would be the other option? Like Shroud's in jail, could get out. Do we talk to him in jail? That's one scenario or one plot that could be dialed into certain endings. Or what's the other outcome that my brain?
Does he turn good and become Z-Team member? Potentially. Who knows?
Because I'm like, Invisigal survives in mine. Shroud could be just dead, so there needs to be another villain. So I don't know.
Yeah, my first playthrough, I feel like leaves nothing for a season 2, where Invisigal is good, she's on the team, Shroud is dead. It's like, okay, so now we have to come up with a totally new conflict, which I'm sure they will, but that I feel like is the least likely. Whereas I feel like Shroud dying and Invisigal becoming Shroud, I feel like it makes the most sense for a sequel.
Yeah, I agree.
But not in my game.
Right, but not in your game.
Exactly,
right, exactly.
Yeah.
I hope, man, I'm so glad this game's doing very well for them. And I hope we get to that though. That would be so cool if that is how different our playthroughs will be in the next game. That'll be so cool.
Man, then just have to build 2 different games.
I did take note during the last little segments. It's like a succession of cutscenes, and there was 3 achievements that you just kind of get assigned. And so I definitely took note of those. Did anyone get those or remember what they were?
I think I wrote them down, or I took pictures.
I was looking it up just now because I got one that was succeeded as a mentor.
Meaning,
I got failed as a mentor.
Yeah. That's essentially does Invisigal turn bad or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's allegedly, I guess. Well, I was just reading about it. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the one that I liked that I got was a true hero. Your robber always tried to do the right thing at the right time.
Same.
I got everyman in all of my different tries.
And that's at the
Robert
end.
was an everyman.
I got one that says, I was talking about Steam achievements. I think that was on a different screen. So the Steam achievements was succeed as a mentor, chose the path of mercy, and kissed on a stretcher because Invisigal kissed me.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The Blazer version is kissed on a car because she kisses you on a car.
Kissed on a car. I was kissed on a car on the end of the day at a superhero business place. Woo!
That's good.
It is interesting because I still think I'm in the minority because it says you and 27% of players fell for Blonde Blazer.
I would have thought it would
Which
be
is
more.
interesting. No. And then I got you and 29% of players neglected Invisigal, leading her to embrace villainy over heroism, which still doesn't make sense to me because she does kill him
Invisigal
in it,
just getting down and dirty. We saw the kind of dream she was having, so I was like, yeah, I want to sign up for this. This is my kind of friend right here.
I see.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 choices for the whether you dated Blonde Blazer. It's you dated Invisigal, you dated Blonde Blazer, or you decided to keep it professional. I think are the 3.
Did you get the professional one, Josh?
Yeah, this,
So I must have messed up on something that I
must
thought I
have,
wasn't.
yeah.
Where
Josh
it
is a
moved me
lover.
to Invisigal, but that's what's weird is like it must have just been like 1 point off or like something
It had
that
to have
moved
been,
me
yeah.
over.
That was
but
so-
it made it
that's
feel
pretty
like a weird
wild.
playthrough
Yeah, that's
because
interesting.
I wasn't expecting. I was like, wait, why? Like all of a sudden at the
I
end,
am used to buttering the rolls of my
Yeah.
relationship a lot to make sure I'm committing.
I
So
misremembered.
that's interesting.
It's you and 8% of players fell for both Invisigal and Blonde Blazer, but it's complicated.
that's
is
a
what it
rare
says.
one.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, a little triangle. We can have. Why can't you have both? You know,
Yeah.
little poly situation.
Yeah.
Because I've learned from a lot of these games that they get mad about it, but I think we
Yeah.
need to have more openness with it.
Who
More
up Polly
openness
and their
to
cool
openness.
right now, dude?
Yes.
Exactly. Who let Polly in the Amherst?
Phenomenon. I can't ever say his name.
Phenomenon is a Polly King.
If you noticed on the desk here in our scene, I put a very specific picture there because I was actually seeing some cutscenes. I wish they had something. You know,
You're right. He said, "Oh my god, I love how he thinks hugging is making love. It's so funny."
That's
Dude, I
beautiful.
really like
When
the
he
scene where
says it
they
to
all
Shroud.
3 of them.
That's a good line. I
I'm
like
going
that.
to make love to you right now. I was like, I love him. Coleman said 2 bad bitches at the same time. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to move into our final phase of reflection on our scores, most impactful choice? We talked a lot about like wrap up stuff, but I'm itching to see. Oh wait, we didn't get. We got my spinoff request and Jerica's. Josh and Patrick, if you guys could choose a spinoff game with 2 of the characters, what would it be?
Specifically 2 members of
Like,
the Z team,
are
like
they
a
2
buddy cop.
together?
I think so,
to
yeah.
clarify, are they 2 together, not 2
I
separate?
sort of
spin-off
just
games?
made that up in my head. It doesn't have to be 2. Whatever you want to do. What spin-off
I
game
see.
would you like to
I
see
see.
from 1, 2, or multiple characters? I don't care.
I really like Malevola's character a lot. I would like to see more about her, but also something that no one said, maybe a game or something about whatever the team is called that Blonde Blazer was a part of with Phenomenon. Like that. Like the Avengers, whoever those are. That could be
That'd
cool.
be cool.
That could
Like
be cool.
okay, yeah, it's the people from the tutorial. It's like those heroes. I want to learn about those heroes.
Yeah.
Book Girl or whatever, Bookworm and
Bookworm.
the
So-
T-Rex.
I would do, I think a Malevola like action game would be cool. But what I think would be cool to like play off the dispatch gameplay, but in a different form, is like a real time strategy game. So almost like a StarCraft or a Warcraft 3 kind of thing where but you don't get a lot of these where it's like in a city or like a modern setting. So I think it'd be really cool because you could have like the different units and it's a similar gameplay because you can send them out to like these different areas, but a little more 3D and like interactive than the dispatch screen. So I think a dispatching real-time strategy game would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be
Yes,
dope.
it really would. Give me a sim.
I
dispatch
can
game.
smell that kind of experience coming. Plus the porking scenes. Apparently they exist.
That's what they have
Something
confirmed. Yeah.
There's something that exists. We might
Yeah.
see it one day.
There's
love that.
there's a scene where they fuck. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
There is a quote. I forget what the source
I'll find
is.
it.
I really should have
Yeah,
it.
if y'all keep talking about anything else.
From some of the dev team that said that there was a sex scene that they took out. At
Oh,
least
that they
one.
took out. They took out.
We
which
definitely
is very
cut some
interesting.
sex scenes. There could have
Scenes,
been
plural.
even raunchier versions of this superhero comedy.
Yeah. I'm very curious about that. But all that to say, what would you guys score Dispatch?
Start
I'm
with
sitting
Patrick.
pretty at a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
Whoa.
7.5. I'll give it like a 7.5. My bad. I can't give it an 8 because it doesn't. I'm broke by a lot of the. We've played a lot of these games, and I think out of like as a brand new IP though, like I should score it higher. But like as a game, what it is, where it's at, like I got to be true. 7.5. I don't think anything was perfect.
Okay. I'm very interested to see.
It sounds bad when I say it, but I think they spread their eggs out. They could have put it somewhere else a little bit more, but I think that would have taken away from the experience. You're helping me think through this. Thank you. I'm just sort of deciding right now what I would score it. But yeah, I think that's where I'll land. Because like
7.5.
Not enough butter on the knife. Spread a little too thin.
the butter on the rolls.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, the roll was a 5 scale. I forget. Yeah, that's right. Patrick.
I am so hot on this game. I mean, I've played it 2.5 times. I'm watching my wife play through it as well and helping her make decisions. I love these characters so much. I love this story so much. I love this world so much. I want so much more of it. This is a strong 9.5 for me. This is strongly in my top 5 games of the year, and it's not 5 or 4.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I
I'm
feel
gonna
like an
calculate-
asshole.
No, it's okay.
But I just,
Don't.
I'm just making sure I don't sound like an asshole because
Don't worry about it. He's sponsored.
No, I think
Okay.
like it makes sense. Oh my god, that's so
Adam
funny.
paid me.
They did not, for the record.
They didn't. They didn't.
Jerica, no, I think this lines up with like how you've kind of felt. You've had some not complaints is the wrong word.
I
You
haven't
had
had an
critiques.
urge to replay, and that's a big sign. Like I'm still use Mass Effect as a gauge for all kinds of things. And I
course.
know it's not the same
Yeah.
kind of game, but there's branching choices, dialogue. Like I
Yeah.
play Mass Effect, or I played the trilogy back to back 3 times in a row because of the conversations and the impacts they have. I really love that in this kind of game, and I just expected more of that. And I think that's where I sort of was a little disappointed. But I cannot wait for the next one because I know it's going to be there.
Yeah. Josh.
It's bounced around a lot for me as we've played. Some episodes are stronger than others. Overall, very strong. Very impressed as a first. What would you call it? Like a intro game or whatever? Debut game.
Debut indie, in fact.
Debut indie. Very impressive. The performances are, for the most part, very solid, which is hard to do. And the dispatching gameplay is great. There's some great variety there. Some of the best performances and interactions happen in the dispatch gameplay itself. And so, but I will say, as my first playthrough, a lot of problems with the flow, some clunkiness with decisions, feeling like not only do they not matter, but things playing out opposite from what I was choosing. And so I like the music too, by the way. Music's very good.
I agree.
So art style, animation, like the presentation of it is just phenomenal. Presentation's excellent. I think this is a great start to what could be a really solid next entry. So I was going 7.5 as well, but I actually would round it to an 8.
Okay.
There's some issues. Still had a great time. Just really great characters. I wish the impact of some of the choices played out a little more smoothly, but overall very enjoyable, impressive. Want to see what they do next.
Incredible. Rounding out our official JK Games score, I was very impressed with this game. I am a stan for a narrative journey, especially a narrative choices matter journey. It being my first actual episodic release is cool. In official terms, we did have the Lost Records, the 2 tapes, but as far as a weekly release, I really enjoyed the community aspect of getting to play this alongside my friends and our listeners and through the Discord, and having that back and forth live in the moment was really cool. So I think the actual experience of it all really adds that value for me as a player. I would be curious to know if it feels the same playing it back all together. That would be interesting to know from, like, for example, Gianni was in here earlier saying that
He was waiting.
he was going to be doing that. I think it combines the narrative experience that I'm looking for and the gameplay elements that everyone else mentioned incredibly well. I think it gets you bought in really quickly with a short amount of time to these characters who you don't know a lot of about. I think it does it really well. Do I think there's some things that could have been different? Yes, that I mentioned. For example, like a little bit more backstory, I think would have been really helpful. A little bit more variable in your outcomes. But this is going to land at a solid 9 for me.
Hey.
I feel really good about it. I am a vibes reviewer, unfortunately. I have informed behind my vibes, but yeah, this definitely lands in my top 5 of the year. I think mine's leaning more towards probably like 4 or 5 area. But really impressed with what it was able to do in that short amount of time. Performances, like everyone else mentioned, absolutely phenomenal for me. The design, the animation, all of that. Episode 5 is one of my favorite like gaming moments in general. It's like really high up there for me. So yeah, that is our official. Drum roll. Our
you
official.
averaged it?
I did.
Is there an average?
Hey,
There's an
average
average.
it, folks.
Our official JK Games and Patrick average score is 8.5
hey,
for the group.
solid.
I think that's solid.
I think
Yeah,
that's
just
solid.
like my playthrough,
Pretty
I'm going to go ahead and
solid.
say this. Can I make a prediction? Because I feel very asshole-ish about my score, but I'm going to stick with it 'cause I feel that way.
No. Stick
But I want
with
to
it.
make a prediction. And just like my gameplay, I want to make sure I'm a good character and I'm playing to everyone's likes. I believe they'll put out standalone strategy game of just dispatching. They're going to learn what works. They're going to introduce new modes. They're going to figure out what can make this loop way more addicting. I think they come out with Dispatch 2 Season 2, maybe 2-3 years from now. When that game comes out, it will be Game of the Year.
Whoa.
That's
She's
a bold
calling it.
prediction coming from
I
me,
can see
and I
that
think
for
it's
sure.
true.
She's
I can
calling
see
it.
that.
If
Yeah.
they can put together what we talked about tonight and have these options, have a really solid game underneath all of this story, all of the, and to y'all's point, great acting, great animation, the writing team, the things they need are there. They just need to get the funding, get people
I
bought
agree.
in,
The
give them
core
some
is
money,
here.
extra time,
It was
hire
a
some employees.
Perfect first run where they can see now where to go from here.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
think if they can bring in, like, you know, when we were posting our reviews on socials and stuff, there are a lot of people in the gaming sphere that feel like this game is just a TV show. And I think if they can convince those people that this is more than that, I think they will have like a mega hit on their hands because like I know Kayla aligns with me on like we play games for story, and I think the story, even though there's like some issues with it, I think is just so strong that I think if they could get gameplay to match the level of the storytelling, then this would be like a masterpiece of a video game for
It's
sure.
so unique. It's so cool.
Yeah.
They've
It's very
made
unique.
dispatching gamified and with
Yeah.
superheroes. That's such a cool idea. So that's me trying to say, I'm not trying to be an asshole to it, but that's why I believe in it, though. I
know-
believe in it.
believes,
I know
folks.
for
She believes.
this, it would just be like over scope for them and maybe even just mess with the pace of what they're trying to do. But
Yeah.
for me, what I would have liked is it would have been cool, like maybe before you start your dispatch of the day, that maybe you could walk around in the office. You know what I mean? Like actually have some like control Robert and like talk to the cat mascot guy. Just get some little banter. Like just let me like explore a little even more. I think that'd be cool. But I know like in this it might have messed with the pacing and everything. But I think that just little things like that where I could hang out or just have a moment where I can just be like in the world longer, I think would be strong.
Hell
I
yeah.
can also see them doing like more than just a spin-off of characters, like a spin-off of genre where like
Yeah.
doing a side-scrolling beat 'em up or doing a
Yeah.
like I think there's a lot of potential with this IP to do all
Got a
sorts
good
of stuff.
IP.
Listen, they beat Riot to the punch with a lot of great ideas. I'm just saying, if they just I just want to play the game Arcane, and I want it to be like this. I don't want to watch more TV. I want to play a game
Yeah.
I want to control the punches. Let me do it. Let me control the porking. Please.
Yeah.
Let me
That's
pork.
right. I did forget that Jerica wrote a letter to Riot Games in one of our episodes. That's correct.
Oh, this is brilliant.
right.
This is such the smartest
I believe
way
it.
to have a video game TV thing. So,
Yeah.
all right.
That was a good convo, y'all. Thanks, Patrick, for joining us
Thanks for having me.
again.
Yes.
It was a great conversation, and you'll just have to. Oh, I guess we should say we next week. You may be wondering what's next for Video Game Book Club. That's a great question. We'll get back to that. We are speaking of the Indie Game Awards, which we talked about at the beginning of the episode. We need to do some putting our heads together and voting. So we're going to be doing that offline on this upcoming Monday, and we're just going to do a fun stream. I believe we're going to do Arc Raiders from our conversations we've had so far. So keep an eye out for a stream from JK Games next Monday. And check out the Indie Game Awards. If you haven't already, follow them. You can check them out online. On December 18th, they will be announcing them all. And if you are in our Discord, then you'll know what we're doing next when we announce it. We got a lot of fun things on the horizon with Drop in, Drop Out, a lot of things we're working on. So, all right. And then I'm queued us up to raid someone's channel. So I'm going to do that as well.
Let's
Shay,
go!
our friend, is playing Sekiro.
Cool.
And so we're going to go say hi to her. But
As
say bye
in
to you
Shadows
first.
die twice or 3 times?
Thrice.
I don't know.
Okay.
But we have 6 seconds, so let's wave to the camera and say goodbye. Goodbye,
Thanks, y'all.
everyone.